Good morning, friends. How are we all doing? I hope you're all having a great start to your Thursdays. Welcome to today's stream. We are back on the grind for the shiny Deoxys in Pokemon Leaf Green. Today has to be the day. I hope you're all doing great. Better Crest, good luck with those Alolan Raichu hunts in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. Polly, good to see you. Aaron, how are you doing, mate? I hope you're well. And William, great to see you. Saruskis, how are we doing? Rumor going round that a shiny Chenpao was caught. Well, maybe. I should have changed the overlay, but yeah, we have got a new emote on the channel. I managed to do that last night. Thank you for all of the feedback yesterday when I dropped it in the community section of the channel. It was I like how it's turned out. We've got some merch as well on the way, so I will reveal that when it arrives. I had to order some sample stuff, so you can have a look at it, what it looks like on, and then we'll see what you guys think as well. Join that 100k club, which is a special channel only joke that we have running, which is good. Porsche, how are we doing this morning? Shiny Deoxys coming. I feel it. I hope today is the day. It has to be the day. Here we go. Right, let's jump into it. Damien, how are you doing this morning? Good to see you, mate. I hope you're having a great start to your Thursday. How's everyone else's days going so far? And if you are doing any shiny hunts today, good luck to you. I salute you, and we're gonna get this together. Imagine if it was the first encounter of the day. How good would that be? That would be the one. It's not, though. It's not. Unfortunately, we knew it wasn't going to be. The odds are not in our favor, but we will keep going. There he is. Great. Get that shiny Deoxys. I hope so, mate. I hope so. Today has to be the day. We are going to jump, regardless of what happens today, into Scarlet and Violet. I know I said yesterday that we might go into the Soul Silver shiny Oni Nuzlocke run, but I think just getting this Deoxys done out the way is going to be... We're going to stick with it. We're going to grind it out, see if we can get this one done as soon as we can. And then that one's ticked off the list. Ticked off the list. The Deoxys will have been done. Just hoping that it shows up today. If not, we'll have to be back with it, I guess, next week. But change the scenery to Scarlet and Violet tomorrow will be nice. Thought we got the Deoxys already. Oh, mate, I wish. It would have been so good if we had got the Deoxys. Honestly, it just feels like the never-ending quest for Deoxys. It's playing hardball. Definitely one of those ones that we are having to work for, but we're used to it. We might even have a long way to go still, so we will buckle in. We will keep going until we get it. Man, you deserve so much. Hope you oh, mate, that would be incredible if we could ever do anything like that, you know, like that is even on the radar. But obviously it would be a crazy goal to be able to go for, and you never know what's going to happen. We get new game releases, it's going to help for sure with content and stuff like that. But I'm excited about the new content that we're going to have, a little bit of a different style of content on the channel coming up, just to kind of fill the gap, and I hope it's all enjoyable as well. I was going to do a new channel, but I think I've got a new angle with how we're going to do it, so there will not be a new place for that content. Still the VG channel coming, but all will be revealed as and when stuff is finished, because I want to have about 2 to 3 bits of content done for it before I drop it on the channel. But I'm not going to keep you all in the dark all the way along, but there's still a bit of work to do on my end to get things all finished up and ready. Carrie, how are you doing? Sending some shiny luck. I'm hunting Clink in Sun by Island Scan. Oh, Island Scan hunting, that's amazing. Awesome. Well, good luck with that hunt. I hope you get the Clink very soon, and thank you for the good luck. We definitely need it this morning. Clink's a great shiny as well. Clangang. It's 4 AM my time. Only time I will be in one of your streams. Sick of me. I hope we do some other times going forward over the summer, so hopefully we get you in. But thank you so much for the shiny luck and coming by. We're starting earlier today because I can't do as late as I would normally. I got to shoot off around 1:30 UK time today, so I thought we'll start a bit earlier today, get the resets in, get these numbers in, hopefully catch the Deoxys, and then we can say it's been a successful week. You know what though, the only thing I think is last Thursday was a lucky day because we got the Heracross last Thursday out of the blue, so maybe Thursday is our lucky day. I drank all of that much, but I've had quite a bit of whiskey tonight. Wow, Aaron. I hope you get the shiny Deoxys on stream. Hope you're doing all right, mate. Make sure you get yourself some water before going to bed, mate. I managed to get in a run this morning as well, which is good. So, feeling good. Professor Orc, how are you doing, mate? I hope you are well. There is a new emote that you might be interested in. It's on the overlay now, just beside the Raichu. But it is to commemorate all of you in the 100k club. And I think you might like it, mate. I don't know if you've seen it yet or not, but I promised yesterday on stream, I was like, we gotta get the emote done for it. So there we go. There it is. The 100k club. That shiny Chen Pao. I'm pleased you like it, mate. I'm pleased you like it. It turned out all right in the end. I was like, I just had an idea. I was like, okay, how can we do the Chen Pao? And I was like, I had the dumbest idea of the 100k club as being the thing. So I was like, okay, it makes it a little bit more funny. Just brewed a fresh coffee and ready to see the yellow Deoxys. I hope. I haven't worn yellow today. I did think about it, but I was like, yesterday the Deoxys was just rude. We wore yellow in homage to get it out, and it just decided not to. So I thought we'll not go down the yellow route today. But I hope the coffee's good. I'm still making my way through the dishwater coffee that I've got. It's not the best, but it does the job. It does the job. Tasty, tasty, not goodness. Right, Deoxys, come on. I just hope we still got a chance before 12k. Aaron, slow down, mate. Slow down. Whiskey's never a good one either. It's the heavy stuff, dude. Natalie, good morning. How are you this morning? I hope you're well. With the repping the new emote. I love it. I love it. I hope you like it. Andrea, how are you doing? I hope you're well. How many resets did you do yesterday? We did about 5, just shy of 500 yesterday. So in the time that we had, but hopefully we get through about the same today, if not a bit more. Beefy Heefy, how are you doing, mate? I hope you're well. Started stream right as I got to the gym. Nice. Well, I hope you have a great session, mate, this morning. I'll be on listening mode for the next hour. Enjoy the gym, mate. And it's great to have you here joining us this morning. Hopefully in that time we get the shiny Deoxys, get some water, mate, maybe some food. You will thank yourself later. I definitely agree. Wise words from Professor Orc. Coffee is okay. Might have overbrewed it slightly. I guarantee, Polly, I would guarantee that it tastes 100 times better than what mine does. I would trade with you in a heartbeat. But yeah, it's so hard to judge, isn't it? Like just getting that like heat right, so it doesn't, because it's such a close, like the margins of like burning and not burning and getting it like perfect. So difficult. I used to do it with the cafetiere all the time, like just like not wait for the kettle to like cool enough and then just dunk the hot water on you. Be like, I know I did a bad thing here. I only hunt once a week. I try to make sure not to be stuck in any hunts when Thursday comes around. That's a really good way of doing it, Carrie. I never change my DS date, so I never mess with anything. That is a nice way to do it. Professor Orc, I'm missing 70 million XP to get to level 50. Oh, mate. Before reaching level 50, I must get a gift from you as part of my Pogo journey. Right, let's do it. What is your handle on Pogo, Professor Orc, so I can find you a bit quicker? Because I know it's not Professor Orc. Let me find you. Let me do it now, because I don't want to say I'm going to do it after the stream and then go through my gifts and then realize I run out of gifts and then I never get to you. Right, I've got you now. Bushnut was doing an Alamola outbreak today. Got 2 shiny Chinchou spawned side by side. Nice, that's awesome. I mean, it's not the one that you were going for, but I hope you have a lot of luck and still get the Alamola. I can never say that one. Use a lucky egg. Okay, when it tells me to use a lucky egg, I always kind of do. So right, let's go. I've just got an egg hatching. Come on, fletchling. Okay, right, let's find Professor Orc. Sorry, I just need to incubate another egg. Right. Oh, I've got a Zangoose. Maybe that's a sign that Riley's going to get the Zangoose today. It spawned right beside me as I log in. Lord, where are you? Lord. The list. Right, what? The J's, the K's, the L's. We're here. Lord 65, there we go. Right. Gift received. What a nice postcard as well. Some nice gifts. There we go. Send gift. Let's pick a nice one. Oh, there we go. And I'll give you a sticker as well. One of my favorite ones. There we go, mate. There we go. It's all done. Rich, how are you doing, mate? I hope you are well. Having a good day. Luke, good to see you as well. Sorry about that, friends. Just trying to help Professor Oak on his journey to level 50 in Pokemon Go. I've probably had... Oh, man. Aaron, yeah. Get some water. Get some food, dude. Holiday, how are we doing today? Currently at 7,700 with Rayquaza in Brilliant Diamond as well. Good luck with the hunt. And good luck to you, mate. I really hope that you do manage to snag that shiny Rayquaza very soon. Oh, man. Nearly double odds in that game as well. That's crazy. Oh, it's got to show up soon. Please come back. Let us know if you do manage to get it today while we're streaming. I would love to celebrate with you, and I have a good feeling that it is going to be very soon that it's going to drop, and you're going to retrieve the reward for all the dedication that you're putting in. Gagore, how are you doing, mate? I hope you are well. I'm doing all right, mate. I'm doing all right. Still from that Deoxys. Today might be the day. I hope so, mate. I hope it is the day. Rich, good morning to you, mate. Repping that new emote. I hope you like it, mate. I hope you like it. I feel like it hit the spot. It hits the spot, so it turned out good. And Rich, I have gotten the works. I don't know if they're up yet on the merch store, but there is stickers. There's like the die cast stickers. The only problem is they're like quite expensive for a sticker, and I've put them down as low as I can put them, because you can kind of dictate the price on there, and I've put them as low as I can. I was like, man, there's a pricey for a sticker, but they are up there. I don't know if they're up there yet, but they are up there. I'll probably order a few and do some giveaways with them. Oh, good morning. How are you doing? I got a good feeling about it, mate. I love it. I love hearing it. I hope you're doing all right, mate, and you're having a great Thursday. Professor Oak, I did it. I did it. I was dishing out a gift. Yes, I need to go through. I will do more. I will do more, mate. The screen's open on my phone, so when I finish the stream today, it will be there, ready for me to dish out more. I will send some more out. You feel lucky today or another day? I feel like today could be the day, Tob. I really do, mate. I do. In which ball are you planning on catching shiny Deoxys? Well, we don't have a lot of balls in preparation, so I'm going to try and get it in Pokeball first, and failing that, we do have a Master Ball from our playthrough that we've kept for this specific catch, so we don't fail it. So that is the plan. Also, that emote is amazing. Sticker when? Sticker's done, mate. I don't know if it's up yet, though. I don't know how long it takes the process to put it up onto the merch shelf, but it should be there. And as soon as it's up and I can implement it on the channel, because it takes a bit of time to feed through to YouTube, I will let you know. I will let you know. Sean, how you doing, mate? I hope you're well. And we've also got some other merch that I worked on last night. It's a slightly different design, because I can't really do the Chen Pao on merch, because there's a bit of a conflict there with Pokemon and doing that, so it's a subtle hint to it, but it's a different design, and I've got some samples on the way, so I'll show you those when they arrive. Hopefully they should be here next week, early next week, I'd imagine, maybe before then. Sean, good morning, how are you doing? 12,000 Deoxys for sure. Aaron, I hope you're right, mate. Alec, good morning, how are you doing this morning, mate? Hope all is well. Good this morning, mate. What is the demographic breakdown of your YouTube community? Off the top of my head, I wouldn't be able to tell you, mate. I'd have to, like, the age range, I'm not too sure. I think it's like the middling age, like the Yeah, I don't want to even say because I'm probably going to get it wrong. I will look and I will let you know. All I can say is you find people that are here today. That is the demographic. That's such a cop-out answer. It's such a bad answer. I know Professor Oak about to hit level 50. That's crazy. Max out. I'm so far off 50. Our prediction a couple of days ago was 12,200. So not far off to see if I'm right. We'll hit that today, Polly. I hope you are right. I really do. That would be such a good number as well. A nice round number to get the Deoxys on for sure. Just call it Pen Chow. They'll never know. Pen Chow. You done with the Dondozo build yet? And when we can expect the video? Probably up tomorrow, mate. Tob, it'll be up tomorrow with the builds and stuff like that. I was thinking maybe to leave it till Monday as well. Just let this weekend go with the outbreaks and stuff. But it's probably good to drop it sooner. So if people want to put things together in their game, they got a bunch of time while we wait until next week. Ended up playing Marco Ferreira on stream last night on ladder. Got a bit demolished. Marco's a very, very good player, mate. Yeah. But they are the best matches to come up against, you know, because that's the levels you want to get to, right? So analyze the heck out of that game, like everything from leads, how they reacted, what they did when they switched, when they didn't, what they did, with a breakdown, everything, mate, because that's the gold dust that you want. And when if you analyze that enough and you take the lessons from that match, like, don't look at that as a bad thing at all. They're the ones that you're going to be wanting to look at, and they're the opponents that you want to going to play on a regular basis, or try to play on a regular basis, you know. So mate, don't worry about it. One loss doesn't mean anything when it's a practice game. That's all you got to think. Like, it's practice at this point. This is all training towards an end goal, and it's all going to help you. Like, losses, I always say, are way more valuable than any win will ever be, because you learn exponentially more than you ever would do with a win from a loss, even though it's painful. And it's good that it's painful as well, because it means you care about it and you want to drive forward and you've got goals and where you want to end up. But Marco he's a phenomenal player. He's a phenomenal player. He'll be up there in about the mix, you know, at Worlds this year for sure. He's definitely one of those ones that you put in the upper caliber of players in the world, you know. Was trying out that VR Kyogre rental. Ooh, nice. How's it going, mate? Is that the one with the Arcaludon? Arcaludon, I should say. Yes, mate. The skits were great. You should if you've got any more that you can link across, you should send me some more, mate. Basically lost to Terra Dark Helping Hand Urshifu with Farig next to it. Yeah, mate. And a few 50-50s. Yeah. I beat Marco on like 4 turns a month and a bit ago. My Kali team against the Kelch Zama. Nice, mate. Nice. See, you've got that matchup down to a key, you know. And Beefy, if you ever wanted to share stuff here, because I feel like other people would enjoy that, you be my guest, my friend. Be my guest. Yeah, be my guest, because I think, yeah, people would enjoy them. So man, I am hot this morning. I am so hot. I went for a run because I don't have much time today. That's why we're starting earlier today. So I've been jamming in everything this morning. I went for a run. I haven't like stopped, so I went for a run. Aaron coming in with the $5 super chat. Thank you so much, mate, for the support to kick us off today. Really appreciate it, my friend. And like I say, make sure you do get some water and get some food and stuff before you get yourself away to bed, dude. You will, like Professor Og said, thank us for it later. Deoxys, better shine today. Keep up the great content. Thank you so much, mate, for the support and the kind words. Very much appreciated. And it's great to have you here as well, as always, mate. Hopefully you here when we get the we're going to be ticking over to that 12,000 mark very soon, so 6 more. Deoxys, you're on your last 5 chances now. 5 chances, Deoxys, to show up before 12k. But I know we were talking earlier in the week and I was like, the step count is probably off a little bit, but I've had my watch on all morning and I've done 9,388 steps already today. It's not bad. It's not even 11 o'clock, so I've got them in. Got the rest of the day as well. So shiny hunting a Alolan Raichu now. Good luck with the hunts. Are you going for a specific Mark 1 or are you going to go just getting the Alolan Raichu just because it's a great shiny? Good luck with it regardless. I hope you get a lot of them and I hope you get a good haul of them as well and some nice marks along with it if you are mark hunting the Alolan Raichu. I'm looking forward to jumping in and doing some more tomorrow. It's gonna be fun. It's hopefully we can get the Raichu done. Maybe we do some of the Mimikyu as well, and the Pikachu and the Pichu line as well. Oh, let's go. Does the infinite item glitch still work in Scarlet and Violet? If you're on the latest version, no. If you haven't updated your version, so what's the latest version in Scarlet and Violet? Let's have a quick look. Because it's the one, so it's 3.01 at the minute. So I think if you're on 3.00, I think it works. But I think with the latest update, it doesn't work. They patched it out. So the way they patched it out as well was making Smeagol not be able to learn Transform, I think. I think that's what they did. It was a really weird workaround. It wasn't fixing the glitch. So the glitch actually still exists, but the way that you would be able to execute it, you can't do it anymore because Smeagol can't be the Pokemon that learns to transform. I think that's what they did as a workaround, which is a really like weird workaround. Oh, okay. No, the item printer. No, that still works. Yeah, it's sorry, I wouldn't actually call it like a glitch either, because it's just the way that they've programmed the item printer, because it's all of the items are dictated by a set of, like, it's almost like rules where you've got set date, times and seconds dictate what the drops will be from the item printer. So yeah, it still works. That will never be patched out either, because that's just the functionality of how the item printer produces that set of items, because they're all tied to different dates, times, right down to the second. And that's basically, I guess, the seed that feeds back what you get from your item drops if you hit that set time, date, and a year, whatever, you know. So, you know, that still works. So if you're gonna go for it, good luck with it, and hope you get lots of good items. It is pretty tricky to get right. It can be a bit temperamental at times. It's definitely one that you need a little bit of patience with. As much as I've done it, you know, sometimes you still get it wrong. But I think once you're into a flow with it and you've got your timing down and your button presses right, it's a lot easier to do, and you do get those you do get the results that you want. But good luck with it. Lewis, how are we doing today? Today is the day. I hope so, mate. I hope you are having a great Thursday yourself. It's great to see you in the stream. Thanks for joining, and I hope, like you say, today is the day. Him 12k. What are the normal odds? Well, odds are full odds in this game, which are 1 in 8,196. So we're way past that now. That's a distant memory for us. Just sent you the 3 other skids. Enjoy. Thank you, mate. I will enjoy those after we finish today. Like I say though, mate, if you want to share anything in the chat, you're more than welcome to. Sir Soggy, salute you, mate. Good morning. How are you doing today? I hope you're well. It required changing RNG, but behind the entire mechanic, probably not what. Yeah, that's the thing. And I don't think they mind too much, because you looked at like Sword and Shield, the dens in Sword and Shield, Dynamax dens, they all worked on that similar basis where you had that seed structure based on times, days, things like that, and that's how you could kind of cycle through those, where they kind of removed it for Scarlet and Violet, unfortunately. So yeah, it's just, I guess it was just an easier way for them to implement it. And then you look at the other aspects of the DLC where they've really skipped out on putting lots of time into developing different aspects of it. So you can tell that they were pushed for time with these games, and they just didn't have the resources to finish them properly in the time that they were allocated for the games dropping or releasing. Like shiny legendaries, locking those is another perfect example of just them implementing things in the game that make them functionally work, but are at the detriment really of the overall games themselves, you know. So let's just hope that that sort of thing is not something that we have to see in future games going forward. Jay, how are you doing, mate? I hope you're well. I'm currently shiny hunting Celebi before bank shuts down. Good luck with that shiny hunt. I really hope that you do see the Celebi shine today. Good luck with it. Are you counting your resets, or are you just going through the motions and just doing it bits when you can? Almost 4,000 over odds, 12,050 calling it. Damien, mate, I hope you all right. I hope one of you all right with these nice close enough guesses that we're having today. The Pro Gamer, how are you doing, mate? Good morning to you. I hope you're having a great start to your day. Good to see you. Bits of Dreaming, hope you get it today. Repping that new emote. I hope you like it. I hope you guys like the new emote that we've got. The shiny Chen Pao. It is the one. It's probably my favorite emote that we've got, I think, on the channel. I had a lot of fun putting it together last night, and it did make me laugh when I was finishing it off. 100k club dark hoodie is really solid as well. The sticker has a quality from the supplier. Tell you what, mate, if you wait maybe a week until I got the samples, I'll be able to show you and give you an idea. It's really frustrating though. The only thing, like, I would love to be able to have a platform to do merch on is in spring, because it's so frustrating that they have this weird pricing where they split it from US, which is, I think, reasonably priced, and then they have EU pricing, which is way more, and I'm like, it's the same thing, but you're charging more from your EU branch, and I don't know, is that like a production thing, what they... So it really annoys me, where I'd just like to have a rate for it just generally, and I don't like having to put like crazy prices on stuff. I think, you know, I think the teas aren't too badly priced because of the premium ring spun teas, but I mean, is there much difference between those and the other ones? But yeah, just I'd say, mate, I've ordered a bunch of samples of them, so I can tell you next week, and I'll give you my honest opinion, as I always do on stuff like that. Yeah, so we'll see when they arrive. But thank you, mate. I hope I tried to keep it pretty subtle, because I was like, I can't really have a Chen Pao plastered on a shirt as much as I would like to, but I tried to do it in a way where it was kind of subtle enough, and we could probably get away with it, you know. You ever seen the movie Sex Drive? It's pretty funny. I haven't, Aaron. No. Is that like along the lines of like the same sort of thing as like Road Trip and American Pie and all those sort of films? I feel like I've heard of it, but I've never watched it. No. Road Trip. What a great movie that is. Just gone through the motions. I've been hunting for several months. Oh, hopefully we can both end the hunts very soon. This one, I feel like that with this Deoxys, where it's just inevitably always going to be orange. So it's ugly with the emotes. Love it. On demand, I don't mind paying extra pennies. Actually looked last night to see if I could upgrade my membership on here. Rather pay you than the license fee. Go for more entertainment. Mate, that's very kind of you. I do appreciate the support. Thank you so much, mate. But the membership will be getting a big overhaul in the next, I would say, the next few weeks when these videos are finished and stuff like that. So we will be putting more content into the membership and stuff like that, which is going to be hopefully a lot more beneficial for you guys that do support the channel in that aspect, which is, you know, a big thing. Aaron, it's very similar to American Pie and Road Trip. Then I would enjoy it. It's on Prime. Oh, mate, I'll have to keep an eye out for it. I will. Those films, mate, were like my childhood growing up with those. Remember, how many times I watched Road Trip. PSN, how are we doing today? I hope you're well, having a great Thursday. I don't know, mate. They've not announced anything yet. I think The announcement's going to be towards the end of this month, I heard, but as far as I'm aware right now, I have no idea. It would be an absolute dream if I was. But I've said if we're not, I do plan on doing like a watch party over that weekend. So we'll do the Friday, Saturday, Sunday. We'll follow the event as it goes through, and we'll just have a good time hanging out, doing a bunch of other things between matches, and then yeah, enjoy and celebrate the World Championships, and of course that closing ceremony. Praying if that is the next drop of news that we get from Game Freak about any Pokemon games, then pray that it's a good one. Pray that we get some ZA stuff, or we, even better, we just get something out of the blue, a curveball, a remake or something like that. I mean, yeah, it would be very exciting. So I went and saw American Pie in the theaters with my dad. Mate, epic. I remember getting it on video. Was it no DVD? And yeah, I remember watching it with my friends, and we were just like, yeah, what is this movie? Crazy. It's a soundtrack from it as well. Like the soundtrack is just so on point. I feel like that era of music as well, you know, skater punk music, punk pop, Blink-182, Green Day, Newfound Glory, Sum 41, all those, you know, bands from that time. Just so good. Recently picked up a copy of Sapphire, Fire Red, and Leaf Green, along with a beat up DS Lite for 100. Wow, which would be about £70. Feels good, man. Damien, that's a great deal, mate. Congrats on the pickup. All of those games and the DS Lite. Wow, that is incredible, mate. I'm super happy for you. That is brilliant. You never get those deals like that, so that is a rare pickup, mate. Good job, and I hope you enjoy playing through all of those games and stuff like that, mate. And yeah, that's just amazing. That's awesome. Rare find for a very good fee. Road Trip, mate, is so hilarious. Yeah. Which restricted do you think will be on the World Championship team? Me, Terrapagos. That's what I've been saying. I think Terrapagos. But you look at that VR tour lately, and then you see Kyogre making waves, like literally, like, sorry, really bad pun. Kyogre seems to be on a lot of people's kind of radar at the minute. I'm like, are those teams gonna, is this just a weird spell before Worlds? And it's not really gonna do much at World Championships. There's a part of me that thinks, like, I've been one who have written off Kyogre so much in Regulation G, but there's a part of me, there's just a part of me that just feels like, is that going to be the Pokemon that just comes out of like nowhere and just has an absolutely crazy tournament? Is someone going to crack it? Because the base of it with Kyogre is it's a weird Pokemon where it sets up its own, like, it sets up its reign for itself. It disrupts all the photosynthesis stuff. It disrupts the you know, the Koraidon, any other Sunsetters in the format. It can free up things like Pelipper to be way more effective, and then it's Water Spout, and it can Terra as well. And I think it's such a bulky Pokemon. Its water typing's great defensively in the right circumstances, and then you can have a defensive Terra type on it as well. So in those not great circumstances, you can just go to that. I don't necessarily think you need the water Terra type on it for it to function as best as possible, and that's how I would run it. I'd probably run it with a more defensive Terra typing, so you can get around those pesky grass types and electric types that cause you so many issues. So there's a part of me that it's just a niggling thing that I've got. Is Kyogre going to be that Pokemon? But Terrapagos has so much going for it that I just think that might be the one. That might be the one. But well, I guess we'll see how it all plays out. Yeah, but yeah, I'm gonna stick with Terrapagos for now. This guy I know managed to find a genuine emerald card, no box, for £1 at a cartoon sale. Cold sale. I really would have liked it to be a cartoon sale, but I love the typo there. But cold boots £1, that's crazy. Absolutely. That's like the find of the century. That's amazing. That is good, mate. You should have been like, I'll offer you £2 for it to your friend. Hot tub time machine. That is another classic, absolute classic banger movie. That one SR71 song, that was the movie preview song back in the 90s. Yes, mate. Yeah. I feel like that era was just like, just banger after banger after banger. So good. So good. So, Cross, how are you doing this morning, mate? Kyogre in the Rain is a Demon. It's so good. Yeah. Sorry, just someone coming to my door. It looks like I'm talking to no one. But I am. Trying to mime through my window. What was I saying? When do you think we'll get Gen 10? Ooh, Aaron, if I was to say like when I think it will happen, I think it'll probably be November 2026. But again, there's like a small part of me, I guess the schedule for ZA, is that going to be November 2025? If it is, then I would say it's more likely we get Gen 10 November 2026. But yeah, it's just, I think it probably will more likely. I don't think there's much chance that we get Gen 10 November 2025. There's a slim chance though, you never know. My current team is Terrapagos, Clefairy, Lando T, King Gambit. I love it. For Calyrex, Rillaboom for Miraidon, and Iron Hands also. That's a very solid sounding team. I like it a lot. What item are you running then, Terrapagos? Is it like the Carmine build with the Clefairy support there? Or are you just gone all out offense with like specs? I've always wanted to do a comp, but I never get around to it. I've watched Wolf Cybertron, etc. for years, and I've always watched Pocket Aim. Joy's great, mate, isn't he? Yeah, mate, you should just, if you can, you know, you should have a look at the regional schedule next year, and then just be like, that one's possible at this time of year, and then you know you've got like a time frame to like start getting yourself kind of ready for it. You'd have an absolute blast if you went, you know. Yeah, get to meet the likes of Wolf and Aaron and stuff like that. I'm really hoping for Gen 5 remakes. I would love to see that, you know. I think in the interim period, to get like a remake just to fill a gap almost where we've got nothing, you know. It's weird because it's like you've got like two sides of the coin where a lot of the community are like, we shouldn't be so expectant, you know, to be getting a new game every year, and allow them to develop time and stuff like that. But at the same time, it's like we're only expectant of that because that's what they've been giving us for such a long time. Like, they've almost made a rod for their own back by their release schedule, by producing all these games all the time on such a regular cycle. So it's like, what else are we going to expect? Because this has just been kind of the norm for the longest time, right? So there is that part of it. And I think, you know, because they're making more games, I never really get the argument with such a big corporation that they haven't got the development time or they haven't got the resources. They're one of the wealthiest companies in the entire world. So it's like the natural thing would be just expand and hire more people, hire more bodies, you know. But I guess it's not that. It sounds simple. In my head, it would be that simple. But I'm not a head of a corporation, so I don't really know how it all works. But yeah, it's obviously not that simple. I can't understand it. But never mind. We'll get stuff when we get stuff, I guess, and we'll all be thankful that it drops when it drops, I guess. So I just have to hear. Hopefully, we get some sort of news soon. James, good morning, mate. I hope you're all well and having a great Thursday. Great to see you. Hope you're doing well. I'm up and getting ready for the gym. Nice, mate. Taking some of our youth from the Church of the Children's Museum today. So got to prepare with some cardio. Nice, mate. Well, I hope you have a fantastic day and all goes well, mate. And the session is a good one. I got my cardio in this morning, so all done for the day now. I'm like, yeah, set. Combined leftovers. Nice, PSN. That's probably my preferred way of running it. I feel like you get a lot more flexibility as well with the Carmine set. Then the burst damage, which is great from choice specs, but it really limits your ability to, I think, utilize Trapagos to its full potential, you know? Never ever done Wi-Fi battles, just like watching, but I suppose I could try and get to Masterful tier at some point. Yeah, that's the best way to do it, you know? Just like ease yourself into it, just, you know? And I think that's a big part of it, like just learning that side of the battling, you know? And once you get comfortable with that, then you can take it to the next step, check your local area, see if there's locals being run where you are that aren't too far to go. Go meet your local community, take part in those events. If you like those, then the next transition is going to be going to a regional, which would be awesome. Pokemon Mike, how are you doing, mate? I hope you were well this morning. Great to see you. Day is going good, mate. I hope yours is as well. A new game every year doesn't give us enough time to go through the previous. That is very true as well. That is very true. And I don't think you necessarily need a new game every year, but it's like, I guess we've had that where, and we kind of got spoiled with like Legends Arceus, BDSP. They came out so close together, right? Where we had these like 2 new games almost from different facets of, you know, one from Ilka, one from Pokemon. And then so close after that, you know, it was, you know, it was like half a year later we had Scarlet and Violet drop in. So it was like this huge thing about, you know, you didn't have really much time in Sword and Shield. And they were pretty good with Sword and Shield, where they dropped the DLCs pretty shortly after the game had dropped, and then we went into that cycle of BDSP, and then yeah, Legends Arceus, and then Scarlet and Violet. And then with Scarlet and Violet, it did stagger a bit, and I think it really showed, like Scarlet and Violet. I think maybe it might have been like a backlash from the busy schedule that they had with that Sword and Shield, their DLCs, BDSP, Legends Arceus. And then things just started to really slow down with Scarlet and Violet. And I think there was that expectation that we were going to get a remake. We haven't had a remake. Whether we do, there's still time for it, of course. But yeah, I don't know if it's like that knock-on effect from having such a busy period to what we've ended up with now, where Scarlet and Violet, great games and all, but they definitely got their issues with them, haven't they, as well? And in my shiny Alolan hunt with a freshly caught Humble Marked. Nice. End count is 46 shinies caught for this outbreak. Wow. That's crazy. 46 from one. That is a phenomenal haul, mate. Phenomenal. People are getting in shape. I'm drinking whiskey and eating White Castle. White Castle, wow. I've never been to a White Castle, but I've mentioned it before. I used to work with a guy that was from New Jersey, and he always used to tell me about White Castles. burger joint. But yeah, never been. Are they good? Is it good burger from there? I just imagine it's just like a McDonald's or comparable to one. You can all have the resource in the world, but if you hire a bad development team like for BDSP, you harm the brand. The resources are the only part of the equation, key part, but not everything. I feel like Ilka gets such a bad end of the stick for BDSP, you know, because you got to think, right? It was that whole BDSP project was overseen by Masuda, right? He was there working with them, so he was there. Do that, don't do that, man, for that project. But it all comes back on Ilka as being like, Ilka have done a bad job, when I'm like, that was overseen by Pokemon. So there's a little bit of me that thinks like, if like I love BDSP, don't get me wrong, but obviously I respect all of the opinions on why people didn't enjoy it so much. But I also think like it can't all be on like at Ilka's feet for this, you know. I think there has to be a lot of it come back onto Pokemon and be like, they were the decision makers with everything in that game. There wasn't really much, I don't think there was much freedom given to Ilka to be like, oh, we could do this, we could maybe expand on this, or we could implement this in these games. But again, like the base of BDSP when it first dropped, again, it was a mess. It was a mess. Didn't even have a loading screen in that first version of it. You had to literally do a day one patch to get just a loading screen. Crazy. White Castle, they have sliders, no? Small burgers that you can mix and match. Oh, is that how they do it? Okay. Little slider burgers. I wish Scarlet and Violet have a special raid for Xerneas, Yveltal, and Zygarde to celebrate Legends here. That would be amazing, wouldn't it? It'd be so good. Yeah, I feel like they purposely left out Xerneas, Yveltal, and Zygarde from the decks for two reasons. Obviously, one being Pokemon Z coming up, so they take center stage in that game. But the other one was, like, imagine Xerneas with Geomancy and Terrestrialization. That would be so centralized. That would just be like, and the new dragons would see no play because Miraidon, Koraidon would just have an awful time against Xerneas. Yeah, Xerneas and Fluttermane. Oh man, can you imagine? Brutal. It would be like so, it would just be every team, wouldn't it? 30 resets into Shiny Starter Hunt in Fire Red, going good. Damien, good luck with it, mate. I hope you do see those sparkles come up soon. And hopefully it's not a long hunt either for you as well, mate. I feel like White Castle is definitely one of those places that I need to experience just because I've heard about it. I don't know if it will be a good experience or not, but I feel like I have to do it just to know. Sizzlipede, where is your headband or cap, my friend? Headband is well, bandana's here. Cap is, I think, upstairs. I think I left it upstairs. And I've been in a rush this morning, mate. I like did a run, had a shower, and I was like, okay, I got about 5 minutes before I can start streaming because I had to start early today because I can't go much later. I can't go as late as we usually do. So I was like, rushing. So I grabbed this. Yeah. Olio, how are you doing, mate? I hope you're well. Having a great day. Coba Leon. My guess is that you will get it at 12,345. Okay, we've got your guess. We've got a few guesses around this sort of these numbers. Polly was 12,200. You're a little bit more with that 12,345. Time does fly, mate. Always. I don't know where this, like, even just this week, I don't know where this week's gone. The only thing I know is White Castle is from Harold and Kumar. Oh yeah, it's in that movie as well, isn't it? Yeah. White Castles. Feels like such an old establishment as well, because the guy I worked with was like maybe in his 40s, and he like talked about it like as a thing that he went to as a kid. Working in software development, just adding more developers wouldn't necessarily help. Needs to have the right people in place. Needs to have people who are passionate about what they are creating. See, this is why I shouldn't really comment on this sort of stuff, because I have no real idea about how the whole industry works. And I feel like if I'm ragging on them and you don't have much idea about it, it makes me sound a bit, I don't know, dumb. But yeah, thank you, Polly. You're completely right. It's great hearing these opinions from like you guys that actually work in the industry as well, you know, and get an idea of it all. And that makes more sense to me as well, like why there isn't the expansion and why that, because obviously the people that they have in place, you hear the stories. You've all heard the stories. I don't know if you've all heard them, but about the working conditions and stuff like that being overworked and conditions not being brilliant. So you can think like they must have a really stringent recruitment policy, and yeah, I guess it is about getting the right people in, which, you know, might not be the easiest thing to do. Did you watch A State of Origin? I haven't, mate. What's it like? Is there a Black Castle? Yeah, Palisand. Touche. We don't have White Castle restaurants where I live, only the frozen stuff. What, they do like frozen stuff? I've had real White Castle from Las Vegas though. Oh wow, they do like, so you can buy like store-bought to take home White Castle, cook yourself things. It's a bit like Greg's. Like we have this like food chain, like they do pasties, sausage roll, donuts and stuff like that, and they're called Greg's. and you can buy like their stuff in the supermarket. I haven't ever bought it. I've seen that you can buy it and like cook it at home and have that authentic Greggs experience. So I'm guessing it's a bit like that. I do think being overworked and underpaid has a significant factor. It's been that way in Game Freak since RBY, which is sad to think it's still happening. Yeah, mate. I don't know if you've ever seen that video. There's like I can't remember the creator's name, did a video about it. It was like kind of exposing the work conditions of Game Freak, because it's like a jobs board that you can register to, but you need to be a genuine employee at these companies to be able to register on these forums, and you kind of voice your opinions about what the place of work's like. And a lot of the responses on these boards in Japan is like super eye-opening for what the conditions are like for the workers and stuff like that. It doesn't sound the best, you know. State of Origin is great. Haven't watched recently, just clips. I will have to check it out. No, not at all. Just adding more people can actually slow things down. I guess, yeah, when you haven't got the right infrastructure from those people and like going in different directions, it's just gonna make it a mess, isn't it? Sacross, no, I don't, mate. I haven't really had a chance to play much outside of like Pokemon recently, which is a shame. Missed the Greggs sausage rolls from the UK, mate. Can't beat a Greggs sausage roll. We should find a site that can you can order some of the cook at home Greggs sausage rolls. I don't know what they'd be like, if they would be like anything like you would get in store or not, but worth a punt. Just the coding process must be a nightmare to ensure abilities work well. Yeah, I can imagine. And then fans and everything. That's the problem as well, you know, looking like the backlash, because you're never going to please anyone, or everyone, I should say. So it's a hard thing, isn't it? Shouldn't have created such a great concept. I can't even eat Greggs sausage rolls. Oh man. Yeah, is that because it's the gluten? The gluten. I don't know if they do. Do they do a gluten-free range? I'd imagine if they don't, it's something that they would do. Like so many places in the UK now are like way better with providing like a gluten-free option. Like we even have a fish and chip place in the village, and on like a Saturday they change the oil every week, and that's the gluten-free day. So they do a day where you can, I mean, it's not ideal because you have to wait like for a specific day for them to be able to do it, but yeah, I mean, that's like a small place in a tiny village, so hopefully, mate. Yeah, I'm the same, Rich. I've never tried it. I always wonder what it would be like in comparison. Yeah, and Sacross, they're probably the ones that you'd make yourself are probably better, mate, to be fair. At least you know what's going in it then as well. State of Origin was basically a way to use interstate sport as a means to avoid a civil war between NSW and QLD. You can Google it. So many political scientists have made a comment on it. I would love to watch. That sounds super interesting. Making some halloumi popcorn bites. Oh, mate, that sounds amazing. Favorite product from Greggs? Ooh, you know what? I really like their tuna crunch. Is it the tuna melt that they do? A place I used to work years ago. They had a Greggs around the corner. I used to go in there for lunch. That's what I would get every single day. But it would have to be like a steak bake or a cheese and bean melt. You know, I think they're probably the ones that I would go to. Thea loves Greggs, but I really rarely ever get anything myself when we go in. So, but if I got something, cheese and bean melt, probably be the one. Favorite Deoxys form? Mine's the attack form. Yeah. I've started to grow. The defense form's starting to grow on me a lot though, since we've changed the overlay. And a lot of you like the defense form as well. So that's definitely one of them. It's definitely has grown on me a lot. Rose, good morning. How are you doing today? I make my own sausage rolls because you can't get them in the US. See, I always think like the homemade ones are probably way better than ones that you would be able to buy as well. We got a great place nearby. It's like a Cornish bakery company place. They do amazing sausage rolls. They're like huge though. They're not like that long, but they're like big fat things. But the benefit to the day part is one, can't take it for granted if it's not daily. To imagine the line that draws attention to the business. Yeah, that's very true. If I'm going anywhere to eat, it's going to be Waffle House. I love Waffle House. Never had Waffle House either. There's so many of those like really famous like US chains I've just never had the chance to go to before. I have been to Wendy's, so I can tick that one off. But like Waffle House, Taco Bell, I've never been to before. Name some other ones, because I'm probably like, yeah, I've never been to those. I did enjoy visiting Tim Hortons when I was in Vancouver for Worlds. That was a cool place. That was a good experience. Like their donuts from there are like pretty good. Cheese and bean is what I would go for. But the best has to be the festive bake, mate. Yes, I forget about that. The special one time of year only festive bake. They should do that all year round, but I guess it wouldn't be as good if they did. Yeah, that is a good one though. I've not been to Waffle House since I lived in Atlanta. We just got a Popeyes as well. I've never been to Popeyes. There was a chain, like a chicken chain place that we went to in Florida, and I can't remember the name of it. I'm sure it was like Captain something. That was pretty decent, but I was so young at the time. I vaguely remember what it was. No beating legit Cornish pasty, man. Ah, yeah, I know. My dad was based down there when I was in the early teens. Oh, nice, mate. Yeah, a proper traditional Cornish pasty. Cannot beat it. Cannot beat it, mate. It was my daughter's birthday yesterday on Tuesday. Happy birthday to her, Polly. I hope she had a fantastic day. I hope you all had a fantastic day. I got her some lovely Pokemon cards, trying to get some nice cards of all the starters, first partner, and legendaries. There's some, I tell you, the ones I really like are the illustration rare sets that you can get from 151. The only problem is like, if you go for the Charizard line, the Charizard one is so expensive. It's a crazy price, but they're really nice. I like the Blastoise and the Bulbasaur lines as well. I think they're a little bit more better priced, but they're really nice. Like those starter sets. I think the Charmander exclusive from the Pokemon set. I think it was an ATB exclusive from one of the more recent sets. It was a Charmander card. I'm trying to think, was it like Obsidian Flames or was it a different set? How they are evolved, can't remember. But it had like the Pokemon Center stamp on it, and it's like Charmander at a window. That's a nice one as well. Okay, here's what you got to get. What we do to get you to Worlds. Remind them that the Union Jack is on the flag. Yeah, that's a good point, mate. Yeah, got to come and represent. You know, the craziest thing back in the day when we used to compete, so like nationals back in, you know, the European circuit was very competitive back in the day. You know, we were all very patriotic as well. So generally, like if you came, you would have a national flag that you would wear when you were playing. So the Spanish guys would have Spanish flag, German guys have German flag, UK guys would have Great Britain flag. And funny story, so I had a Union Jack flag, and I had it in 2010. I got third at UK Nats that year, and then 2013 rolls around, and Ben Kiriakou and me are in top 4. I lose my top 4 match. Ben proceeds to the finals, and he's against Flash Abel in the finals, who beat me. And Abel's got this Spanish flag on, so Ben doesn't have a flag, so I give Ben my Great Britain flag to wear to represent, and then Ben doesn't give me the flag back and keeps it for the entire next season. And Ben is on a tear in 2014 regionals sorry, at Nationals, top cutting, having like the most consistent season, like out of probably all of the European players. Ben had a phenomenal year that year. So Ben's in top cut a lot, and every event I'm like, I need to get that flag back off him. So this whole year goes round and I'm like, am I just gonna buy a new one and just let Ben have that? And we get to Worlds and I get into top 8 and Ben's there with Steve and others, and I'm like, Ben hands me this flag that was originally mine that I bought a year ago, and I'm like, I've got the flag back eventually. And then yeah, for top cut, so I eventually got it back, and I still got it now. I think it's in the Worlds bag from that year that I've got up on my shelf. Crazy circle, full circle with the flag. Sorry, that was such a random tangent to go down, but the Great British flag got me there. We got the Charmander, Charmeleon, War Turtle, and Blastoise from that set. Couldn't find the others. They're super nice. The War Turtle and the Blastoise, nice. So you just need the Squirtle, right? I wonder if I've got the Squirtle. I'll have to have a look. If you've got the Squirtle, I will send it over to you, Polly. I'll have to let you know, because I'm not specifically collecting from that set from 151. I kind of boycotted it a little bit. I think I got like 2 ETBs. I got the Alakazam illustration rare and one, which is a nice one, but I was like, I can't chase everything else down. Rich got the Charmander the other week. Nice, mate. I'm gonna send it for grading. Great idea, mate, because it's such a nice card to get graded, to have like displayed as well. Aaron, I would agree. Simpsons is an epic TV show. I haven't watched The Simpsons in years. So good, mate. So many memories as a kid. Like, we on a Sunday afternoon, me and Scott would sit and wait for the new episode to drop on Sky One to be like, yeah. Australian flag equals basically a UK flag, but with the Aussies all wear green and gold overseas for sports, yet our flag is not green and gold. Yeah, that is kind of weird, yeah. Because the Socceroos kit is green and gold as well, isn't it? We need a new flag for Australia. Brian, good morning, mate. I hope you are well. Favorite place Pokemon has taken you? Probably Japan. I wish I had more time there though. Vancouver would be up there as well. Really, I love Vancouver. Washington was nice. I enjoyed being in Washington. It was a bit more like just a city though, rather than like seeing other things, as Vancouver felt, because it was like right on the sea. It was really, yeah, it was nice. Yeah, probably Japan. Although Sao Paulo was nice as well. Sao Paulo was very cool for LAIC 2019. Yeah, Sao Paulo was really cool. Really fun. Nah, I'd probably have to say Japan. I'd have to say Japan, I think. I just wish I'd had a little bit more time out there. Yeah. Simpsons is the longest running animated show of all time. Is that true? Wow. Are they still creating like new episodes of The Simpsons? You guessed on the shiny Deoxys nature. I'm going to say modest. I'm going to say we get lucky with it because we've had to put the work in. And Aaron, thank you so much for the $2 super chat, mate. Thank you so much once again for the support. When's the next event after the Pikas? It will be a week today. The Dondozo raid starts on Thursday next week. So Thursday evening next week, or Friday morning if you're in the UK. So yeah, 7-star Dondozo goes live then, and then runs for a period, and that's going to be with the Tatsugiri outbreaks as well. So there'll be the different forms of Tatsugiri with increased shiny odds are going to be in Paldea Kitakami and the Terrarium. So yeah, exciting though. A brand new 7-star Terror Raid event that has, or is not, a first partner Pokemon. Get the terminology right. Starter. Since Southgate left, who do you hope will be the new England manager? Klopp would be nice. Klopp would be amazing. I mean, Klopp would be like, Klopp or Pep would be obviously the ones that you would be like, that's the star-studded managers that you want. it pains me to say it, but I think out of everyone that's been mentioned, I think Eddie Howe is probably the best candidate for the job. I just don't want him to leave Newcastle. I will genuinely be very sad if Eddie Howe decides to go. I wouldn't be like mad at him for going, because it's England, so you kind of have to be like, if you get offered it and you want to do it, you've got to go. But it would just be very sad to lose him from Newcastle, because I think he's doing something here, and I just yeah, I think he's a brilliant manager, and it'll be very hard to replace him. So that would be why I wouldn't want him as England manager. But also at the same time, I think as an England fan, I think he's the one that would get us over the line. He would have us playing such exciting football. I think he would do a phenomenal job. And I think we'd go into that World Cup in 2 years' time, and I think we'd have a real chance at winning, you know? I think yeah. The only thing he's missing from his CV is trophies, you know? But if you look what he's done at Newcastle, is from coming in, from us being second in the league, to taking us safe that year with the squad we had, then the next season, taking us into Champions League football. People say he didn't do well in the Champions League, but you got to think, we beat PSG at Newcastle. We should have beat them in Paris. Dortmund, they got to the final, right? So, I mean, they were the team that really outplayed us. We were unlucky against AC Milan in Milan. In that last game, I think, well, it was just probably a little bit too much with the injuries that we had. So, we still got Europe, really, technically, until Man United won the FA Cup. So, I think he did a really good job. I think he would be perfect for it, but we'll see what happens. Eddie Howe as New England manager, and in return Southgate as a new Newcastle. Nah, it's all right, Andy. I think Southgate needs a break. I think he needs a holiday. He's deserved it. I think jumping right back into the action. The thing is, I think what they would probably do, if Eddie did go, I could see Poch coming to Newcastle, because we've got Paul Mitchell now as our technical director. Paul Mitchell worked very well with Poch at Spurs, so I think they've got that relationship already. Poch hasn't got a job. Poch would probably be quite excited about coming in and working it with the team that we got at Newcastle. I think under Paul Mitchell as well. So I think that's probably how it would work out. But I would rather just keep Eddie. He's been there. He's got like a project. He's got the work done, and I just want to see how it all turns out. Watch Treehouse of Horror Simpsons episode. Absolutely loved. The Halloween specials was so peak, so good. Yeah, there's some absolute bangers there. I always remember, we were talking about it the other day, weirdly, and the Who Shot Mr. Burns like saga was like one of my all-time favorite things with the Simpsons. I just, yeah, remember that. And I think we had to wait like an entire summer, where the start of the summer that episode dropped, where it was like Mr. Burns got shot and you thought he was killed off, and then you had to wait the whole summer for that like conclusion episode where you find out who it was in the end. Oh man, safe travels, mate. Take it easy. Yes, Eve. Don't go too crazy, mate. Get there in one piece. Maridon with Metronome, plus Appleton with Shell Bell. Yeah, I think the things that you're going to have to watch out for with the Dondozo raid are going to be things like yawn and stuff like that. That could be a little bit awkward to deal with. It hits hard, and then it's got decent coverage as well. That quote, never melt ice. Yeah, that Mr. Burns thing. And then didn't they do like an episode where it was like, let's look at all the suspects? It was like the first episode back was like the Troy McClure episode, where he went through all of the possibilities of who could have done it before you actually have the conclusion of that episode. So it was like dragged out massively. I remember a Simpsons episode when Maggie saves Homer from drowning. don't know, like that doesn't ring a bell, but it also kind of sounds familiar. I'm gonna let you guys in on a little secret, and I'm hoping Scott isn't watching this or watches the replay, because this has been the longest con that I had with Scott for years and years. So there's those like that weird family that are like, I don't know what they're called in The Simpsons, but you very rarely see them. They have like these really tiny cameo appearances. Like Maggie has like a rivalry with the baby in the family. They look very similar to like The Simpsons almost. But I used to tell Scott, like, I remember he must have been away for like a school trip or something over a weekend, and when he got back I was like, oh man, you missed, like, this is a total brother to brother wind up. It's like, oh mate, you missed the best episode of The Simpsons, the new episode that was on this weekend. It was such a good episode. And I explained it to him, and I was like, yeah, it was like that family, the rival family, like they took over. I elaborated this whole story just to wind him up and be like, yeah, it was called the Simpsonites, and like it was like it started different, and they went into a different house instead of going into the regular Simpsons house, and then it was like this different family had taken over the entire show, and it was like all about how Bart and Homer and Marge, and they were trying to get back the power of like the show's The Simpsons, not the Simpsonites, and like this thing, and I'm not joking, like this is something to this day I'm still like, have you seen that episode yet? He's like, nah, I haven't. He's like, that episode doesn't exist. I'm like, it does exist, and like it's there, yeah. And this is where he's in the chat, and he's like, I knew it. He had me going, but honestly, like, convinced that this episode was there. I was like, it's got to be like on a rerun at some point. We'll keep an eye out for it. And I was like, it's like the best episode ever. And I used to just make all this rubbish up about like things that happened in it, just outlandish stuff, and be like, yeah. Cletus. What do you think about the tournament step up for next year when it's coming to the World's Invite? Will this setup transform Pokemon to an elite sport for people with the most money? Yeah, Ole, that's it's a real tough one to answer right now, because I think we'll have to, like, knowing how the tournament system has been in the past, it does feel more like it's going to be a pay to play, and those that can pay to go to more events. And I think with how they've structured the best finish limit for ICs really dictates that train of thought a lot more than anything else, where you think, okay, those people that can afford to go to all 3 ICs are going to be the ones that secure those spots, right? So I think on that basis, that's a little bit of a bad decision, where I think if they changed that best finish limit of an IC to 1, I think that would have made it an overall a better system than it currently is. Because I think like having 3 IC finishes, like you could literally next season just be like, okay, I'm not going to go to any regionals, any locals, I'm going to go to 3 ICs, and I'm just going to have, you know, 3. If you got 3 top 32 finishes in all 3 of those ICs, you'd probably get into that kind of collection of players that got that World's Invite. And that seems crazy when you think you could have players that are like constantly top cutting regionals that can't get up to the points tally that you want. And I get that they want people to go to the bigger events and, you know, all of that sort of thing, because you want the attendances there. But I don't think that's anything to be worried about. I don't think the attendances at ICs is ever going to drop, because they're the big pinnacle events of the season. So I don't know what the thought process was behind that. I just hope it doesn't turn into that kind of pay to win, pay to get yourself to those positions. It would be kind of sad. You just got to hope that, I think, with the additional online tournaments that they're going to have, the support there, the prizes that are up for grabs from those tournaments this season, are going to kind of cushion it and give people an opportunity outside of having to commit to traveling all over the world to countless events throughout the season, that it kind of helps balance things out a little bit. I don't know, but yeah, Aaron, thank you so much once again, mate, for another $5 super chat. Mate, the support this morning, thank you so much for all of these super chats. How do you feel about Beavis and Butthead? Is my absolute all-time favorite TV show. I was like, I feel like Beavis and Butthead, I was just like a little bit too young when that was big to get into it. So I kind of always like missed the boat with Beavis and Butthead a little bit and never really got into it. Like I remember being super young when the movie came out and too young to, and then when I got a little bit older, I feel like when I would have enjoyed it, there was just other things there which kind of, you know, I guess took its place from what, you know, I would have regularly watched that. So I never really got into Beavis and Butthead, which is, you know, one of those things where I'm like, everyone that watched it back then has just been like, yeah, it was the best, you know. Patrick Stewart loved Beavis and Butthead. Is that actually a true thing? Is it a true thing? Patrick Stewart from Star Trek. Always remember my parents have that on. Used to be like, man, this show's like so boring. And I think it was just because my parents used to have it on all the time. Have a guess, Sir Soggy. You can find out the answer. I could chuck Charlie a view over on his thing. Do in-person Pokemon events feel crowded? Because to me it looks like the players are sitting so close. Nah, they never feel like that. I mean, at the tables and stuff, there's normally enough space when you're at an event where you've got enough to get like a notebook out, you've got your Switch set up, you've got room to move, so you're not like this and uncomfortable. I've never really been to an event where I felt like I don't have space, because I'm kind of big on like having my own personal space wherever I am. You know, I don't really like having that encroached too much. So no, I think it's all right. I think from the bird's eye view, when you're getting a look at the events and stuff like that, when they're panning across the halls and things like that, I think it might look like it is tight and close together, but yeah, I think when you're out there, you're sitting, you're pretty fine. You're not like bunched up together in an uncomfortable place. So no, it's always been all right. Beefy Heefy, thank you so much, mate. When will this Chen finally pow? Mate, I know. It just feels like it's never gonna happen. Never gonna happen. Thank you so much for the 199 super chat though, mate. The support is very much appreciated. And yeah, I can't thank enough. Oh, mate, I like, that's kind, a little bit more than that. Just a fraction. Fraction. Back when I dial up was just starting to become a thing in the house. Dial up, mate. Oh, can you remember? I remember dial up. Pick up the phone and it'd be like, Have you ever found the shiny you were hunting for, then accidentally reset? Andrew, yes, I have. I had, and sorry, those of you that have heard this story a bunch of times recently, I will repeat it, especially for Andrew, since he's taken the time to ask. I've had 2 hunts recently. The first time it's ever happened, so Ente, I was doing like just resetting my 3DS over and over again as I was cycling through for it to find the shiny, and just muscle memory kicked in at the wrong time, and the shiny appeared, and as soon as it did, I reset over it before I even give it a chance to properly spawn in. And that was a real painful one, because that was part of a project I was doing, and it was the last one I needed from those games, and it meant I had to stay in those games for a lot longer than I wanted to. The one before that was a Raikou. Weirdly, that they were both from the same kind of generation legendaries. And the Raikou, I wasn't well at the time. I was pretty sick this week, but I kind of took some time just to do some resets for the Raikou. Got the shiny Raikou, and because I wasn't of sane mind at the time, I for some reason ran away from it. So they were 2 recently, but other than that, no, I haven't. No. Generally being quite good with not doing that. Yeah, Star Trek. He was on the night show talking about why. Said he loved how they just said their minds. The new Beavis' Butthead season from 2022 is hilarious. Oh, they did a new season. I never even realized that. I remember the first time we got the internet, so it took so long to load a web page. Man, yeah, back. Meant to use dial-up as a means to explain why we couldn't just download Beavis and Butthead when I was a kid. Ah, okay. You got any goofs for beefy leaks? Ooh, let's think. We need to think of something. I killed my first shiny thinking it gave me extra SP. Oh no, I was so mad when I found out what I did. I can imagine. Right, we need some good juicy Pokemon ZA leaks that are kind of not leaks. We're just making them up to make them. Okay, so the starters are oversaturated. We need to do something about a new mega Pokemon, right? What could be a really exciting new mega Pokemon that no one's expecting, and then we could do an emotes. I guess you could use a dragon, so a dragon one, but then people are just going to assume it's Flygon. But I guess you want that speculation, right? You could use a dragon, like the Tinkerbell emote for a fairy, and then something else. Mega Maractus. Mega Tropius. Yeah, love both of those. Sean, you're 21st on the ladder. Nice, mate. Team is cooking. What's the restrictors you're using? Brian. Yeah, we used the mouse, the Chen Pao, and the Professor Og emotes. Do we know where regionals next season will take place? Yeah, I think the list of all the regionals for the next season has been published. So on Play Pokemon, you'll be able to go on and have a look at where the next ones are. So I think the first one has been published. I think Europe and the US have all had theirs kind of shown. Favorite shiny that you can't get? Michiyu and Ultra Ball Magearna. I would say Chen Pao that I can't get. Chiyu's definitely one as well, isn't it? It's such a nice shiny, the blue fish. Maybe even Chiyu. I'm probably going to go with you on it, you know. I think Chiyu, probably that one. I would love to get Chiyu. Koraidon as well. Very nice. Mega Unknown. There we go. Hope Milotic gets a Mega. That would be very cool, wouldn't it? Dragon and Fairy. There we go. There it is. Do the Milotic. Yeah. A Mega Milotic tease. Milotic's a big fan favorite as well, so I feel like people would go pretty happy with that. So that's the one we could do. Today's daily one. Mega Orc. I'll even drink a Mega Orc. Milk flavored drink in Australia. Is it actually that? Yeah. That's the name. The Mega Orc. That's all I would live on. I'd be like, yeah, Mega Orc with every meal. What would Mega Mousehold be like? Do you think it would just be like 10 mouseholds, family of 10? Or do you think it would grow into a huge, just one giant mouse? Crimson, thank you, mate. I hope we can get it today. It'd be nice if we do see it shine finally. You can get Chen Pao. This is very true, actually, Professor Oak. We can get it. It's a myth that you can't shiny hunt it. Just Chiyu we can't get. Or is that the next target for us? Are we going to break Chiyu? Same found a shiny Registeel and Shield. It took me like 5,000 resets. Then it was used to reset, and so I accidentally reset. I was dead. Oh, it's the worst feeling, mate. It is. Oh, it's because there's nothing you can do and you just like absolutely kicking yourself about why didn't I wait like 1 second more just to be like, take that muscle memory away. 15,000 mouse babies combined like Devastator from Transformers. Yeah, I was thinking as well, like Wishy-Washy, when it comes together and makes the giant Wishy-Washy. You just have thousands of mice just running together to create this giant mouse. Shiny Chi-Yu is ever available. Its fire move should be oh, that would be great, wouldn't it? Yeah, just like Hydro Apple Syrup being gold. We'll name mine Zula after the avatar, the last episode. That's a very cool name. Yeah, very fitting. I love it. That would be insane if it did, like change the animation of the fire to blue flame. We found Jumbo Shiny Raichu you were hunting. I haven't, no. I'm nearly at 2 boxes full of the Raichus, but we will be jumping back into the Scarlet and Violet hunt tomorrow. So taking a break from the Deoxys, we will 100% have another crack at it. I'll probably do a little bit more tonight to see if I can get it, because it'd be nice to do some of the other hunts, but like I say, we'll probably just go for the Raichu tomorrow and see if we can get the Jumbo mark, because that is what we're looking for. The party ain't over until dawn, so that means I can have another no, Aaron, don't, mate. Have some water. Man. Oh, all the mice and the evolution Peter Piper's flute calls them together. Ah, that would be a very cool way of doing it, wouldn't it? Yeah. Locked shinies are unlocked. You can count it 70,000 times. Chen Pao is real. Believe it, everyone. Chen Pao is shiny huntable. We have proof in the chat. Got to get up to about 100,000 resets, and after that it's unlocked and you can go for it. I was trying to hunt shiny Pichu on Violet, but it's too hard to distinguish. I thought that as well. There's a few people, I don't know, like that had been hunting it and saying it was like really obvious when they popped up next to each other, but I had that initial thought. I haven't went after the Pichu yet. Aaron, I hope you have some better luck being able to spot it in the next few when you go for it, mate, and you get a lot of luck with the shinies as well, or like mega for Pokemon with bad shiny, like how Mega Gengar and Mega Garchomp got shinies made up for there. Yeah, that's very true. That would be a nice way to kind of like alleviate those bad decisions that they made, like Mega Goldengar. That would be very cool, wouldn't it? Make it silver or rose gold or something along those lines. Yeah, that was just the first one I thought of, but it's a good way to kind of undo the bad decisions that they've made in the past. No, Aaron, no, don't get me wrong, mate. It's just a running joke that we have here on the channel about shiny hunting for Chen Pao. It's they're not, they are all shiny locked. You cannot get them unless you're a special person on this channel that says that they have got them already. But that's why we've got the new emote on the channel as well, that we've just dropped the Chen Pao, shiny Chen Pao on. No, for evolution, this is on leaf green cartridge, mate. Pichu is pretty obvious for me. Yeah, we'll jump into it and try the Pichu one tomorrow. It's not the only one. We have Gengar, Sunkern. Yeah, Sunkern shiny's not the best either, is it? Sad. Someone in this world passed through the stream, heard the Chen Pao bit, and then spent 500,000 hours resetting. Don't. Don't, mate. That's what I worry about. These jokes could go seriously wrong. Shiny Pichu is like shiny Elekid, so hard to distinguish. Ah, okay. Yeah, I thought it was like the more subtle yellow, isn't it? It's like a more lemony yellow than its regular color. I had a hard time with the Elekid, so I might have a bit of a harder time with the Pichu as well. Yeah, I love my new jacket. Yeah, it's exactly what it would be like. Yeah, I got all the Gen 10 shinies already. Stop picking on little poor Timmy. He's out there. He's still shiny hunting that for Chen Pao. Yeah, another day. What did you do over the summer, Timmy? Every day I sat for 12 hours in a shiny hunt Chen Pao and I still didn't get it. Walk around the red triangle to unlock the shiny Deoxys. If I do, it resets it though. And then I have to do the whole puzzle again. We had so much trouble doing the puzzle after I left this area to go to the safari zone to come back. If I take a step, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. I can't face doing the puzzle again. It's a dream and I can't. You might be right. Mega Shiny Mimikyu could be disguised as a Jigglypuff. Ah, that would be kind of cool, wouldn't it? Yeah. As a Scream Tail. Like a Scream Tail costume, yeah. Kiri Kid, how are we doing today? I hope you're well and having a great Thursday. Hoping for shiny Deoxys. Dom, thank you so much, mate. I really appreciate it. I hope we do get it today. It's been such a long journey. Zilio, how are you doing? Mega Shiny Mimikyu. Yeah. Screamtail or the Jigglypuff. That would be really great. Hope Deoxys shines. My girlfriend's birthday. Oh, well, happy birthday to her, Aaron. I hope she has an absolutely amazing day. What, you guys got anything planned? Very cheap joke, but how long has the Deoxys taken? All summer. Timmy has nothing on. This is very true. Yeah, we've been doing this since March, so. And we know this isn't shiny locked. It's just trying to convince us that it is. Mega Mousehole will get parental bond. That would be. Could you imagine that with like population bomb? You just it'd just be like an insta one hit KO. I guess you couldn't put something like the wide lens on it because you'd have to have the Mega Stone. So there is a good chance that it does miss. But when it hits, it just knocks anything out. Even resisted stuff. That parental bond boost on something like population bomb hits 10 times. It could potentially hit 20 times. All I want is Mega Poliwrath and Mega King. Oh, imagine Mega Poliwrath would be so good. Mega Kingdra even as well would be nice. Yeah. But Mega Poliwrath. That'd be wild, wouldn't it? I wonder what typing it would be. Like Dark Water. Fairy Water. Would it keep its fighting type? You would have to keep its fighting type, right? It'd be so cruel of Game Freak if they only allowed Deoxys to reset only after each triangle puzzle's completion. Could you imagine? Oh, it's pretty much like that in Emerald Never Melt Ice because of the way that the seeds are generated in that game, because you can only hunt Deoxys by doing the runaway method. So you basically have to encounter the Deoxys, run away, leave this little area here, and then come back in and do the puzzle every single time to encounter a new Deoxys, a different one. It's so brutal. I bet there's people out there though that did that hunt in Emerald, which is like just absolutely amazing really when you think about it. John, Mega Mousehole would be scarier than pre-nerf Mega Kangaskhan. 100% John, wouldn't it? Hope you're doing well as well, John. Good to see you, mate. Kind of want to see this Mega Mousehole happen now. Parrot with Diplin, switch in and no need for white. Ah, that's very true. Yeah, that's a way to get around it. Oosh. I'd love to draw those ideas, but don't have this kind of creativity for concept. Well, Brian is the person that has a creativity. The drawings that were sent over are just absolutely phenomenal. I wish I could show you them, but I'm going to leave them for the overlay when we go into Soul Silver to show you them, because I feel like I won't do them justice on my phone right now with the glare that you're going to get when I show them, but absolutely incredible. Like such a talented artist. Never in person, no. It's a dream, and I think I would really enjoy it though. Just reminds me of that episode of Community with Pierce. Pierce Hawthorne, the master of Dungeons and Dragons. Mousehole is so similar to Animal Crossing style of rat. Yeah, very similar. I think it was like a straight rip from it. Very influential. Anyway, I wish they could show some love for Druddiga. Oh, yes, I know what you mean. The Mega got a nice, it's very cool design. I remember when it first dropped in Gen 5, such a cool dragon type. Yeah, it just definitely feels like it needs a bit of love, doesn't it? Pokemon Mike, yeah, Community is peak. I love Community. So many good episodes. But I wasn't as keen on it when Pierce left, like when Pierce Hawthorne wasn't in it anymore. I didn't feel like it was as good, but yeah, because Pierce was just such a good character. Hawthorne wipes. Pierce's dad as well, man. Just endless good episodes. I never realized there's a community movie. 6 seasons, yeah. What does Pierce leave after season 3 or 4? It'd be season 4. You should do a compilation video of your most recent favorite shiny reactions. Yeah, Rob, I'm trying to collect all the footage at the moment from the recent streams and stuff like that to do and clip into shorts and things. Pokemon Mike, are you talking about a community movie coming soon? If you are, that's Troy and Abed in the morning. Yeah. Set up. No. I mean, if you're doing this solely as just the one thing that you do, right, and you've got nothing else and you're locked in. Some people kind of like can do that, no problem at all. Lock in on a hunt and just go for it. But I think if you've got other things going on when you're doing it, like, you know, I've got you guys chatting to you guys the whole time about all sorts of different things. It, you know, it makes it so easy. Just the time passes so quickly, you know. But I think if you're just doing it locked in, I would struggle to not have anything else going on at the same time, because you're doing the same thing over and over and over again. But that's why you kind of have like a TV show on, you have a stream on, you have a podcast on, doing other things while you're doing it, just to kind of help, you know, keep you entertained, because there's no denying that doing the same thing over and over and over again in the hope of getting a shiny will get a little bit difficult to do. But like I say, you guys in chat are absolutely superstars, and I love this community. We have a great community here, and like I say, it makes it easy to sit and do these resets, you know. And collectively, I think, because we've been going after this Deoxys for such a long time, it's like, I feel like it's like a community effort now at this point, that this Deoxys is going to show up at some point, and everyone's been a huge part of it. Starburns was the real MVP. I'm excited to see what these new channels you're making are about. Beefy. Yeah. Well, one is VGC centered, so it will be all about competitive Pokemon. So that will hopefully be up and running by the end of the summer. So community movies in the writing stage. Most of the group, sans PS allegedly, said they'll be there. Oh, no way. If PS is in it, it's going to be an absolute banger. Going to be so good. Caleb, good morning, mate. How are you doing today? I'm going to call it again. Today is the day for the shiny. I hope you're right, mate. I hope you are right. We're creeping close to Polly's guess. That was 12,200. So we're getting very close to that now. That 100 club sticker is so freaking good. Oh, I'm pleased you like it, mate. I know when Rich said yesterday, he was like, sticker when, I was like, yeah, that's a good point. Like, I'll make sure to do it. James, my guess will shine at 12,222. That extra 2, mate. We've got your guess so close to Polly's, so I hope one of you guys is right. Can you still play it Gen 6 and 7 via emulator? I'm not too sure. I never really play anything on emulator, so I'm not really too sure about that, but I'm guessing, yeah, you probably can. How many resets on average do you get per stream? So it's around 500 at the minute. So about 500 for about 3 hours, Rose, which isn't terrible, to be honest. But I've not really been able to do those like longer 6-hour streams recently, which would be ideal, I think, for now, because like getting 1,000 at a time is kind of preferable if we can kind of get that sort of number in. I think next week we should be able to kind of have those longer streams. Just this week's been a bit like awkward for timings and stuff like that. Maybe it'll be at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Maybe, I mean, that would be the number, right? If we ever got one, I think that would be perfect. Most underrated, most forgotten Pokemon, Swanna, I think. Has to be Swanna. I have a new appreciation for Swanna in the Teal Mask. It's overworld sprite in the Teal Mask. It's a really nice looking Pokemon, and I really like, yeah, I never really appreciated it. Forgot about it a lot, you know? I feel like Swanna is definitely one of those Pokemon, Aaron. I remembered Maractus because someone mentioned it earlier. Yeah, Maractus as well. Caleb, I forgot Swanna existed, yeah. Ducklet and Swanna. Such random Pokemon that just, yeah, came and went and never really had any impact. Swanna loved shining for me in wormholes. Nice, mate. I didn't know it was one of the Pokemon in the that you could get from a wormhole. Forgees, thank you so much, mate. I appreciate the support. Hopefully we do see it shine soon. Luke, did you get a shiny Ducklet the other day? I didn't in Pokemon Go. I went on to try, but I was in the house, so I was like, I couldn't get out, and I wasn't getting the spawns really when I was when it was running. So yeah, the few that managed to spawn in weren't shiny, unfortunately. I do have one from Scarlet and Violet though. Just ordered one of those new stickers for my guitar. Nice, mate. Oh, thank you so much, mate, for the support, and I hope it turns out all right. I have got samples of all the stuff on the merch shelf on the way, so if you want to get an idea of what the stuff looks like, what the quality's like and things like that, then I'll probably have it early next week. Swanna and Gyarados have same type. Yeah. Just Gyarados is like just way better, isn't it? It's got a better ability. I don't know if it's got a better move pool, because Swanna's got Hurricane, and that's always like a nice thing. If Swanna had Drizzle, I feel like Swanna would have a reason to be played. It's probably got like different things that it can do to like Pelipper, so maybe for that reason it would be used, but poor Swanna. Oh, you got a shiny Ducklet from Scarlet and Violet. Ah, okay. I know there was a community day thing in Pokemon Go the other day for Ducklet, but I thought that's what you were meaning, mate. Oh, the Telecaster. You got a Telecaster. Oh, the base. I would say the base, mate. The base. What kind of... Yeah. What color is your Telecaster, though? Telecaster, my all-time favorite. Always a guitar I always wanted. Never, ever got. Salamence is my fave dragon, second to Garchomp. Yeah, Salamence is amazing. Amazing dragon. It's like the most dragon looking dragon I think that we've got in Pokemon, isn't it? Salamence. Telecaster is pale blue, almost white. Oh mate, that sounds so nice. With a leopard print. Pickguard, no way. That's, oh mate, that sounds perfect. What's your favorite starter? First partner Pokemon. My favorite, I'd probably say Totodile, you know. I think out of all of them. Drampa. I love my new jacket. Another great dragon Pokemon. I forget about Drampa. I feel like that could fall into that category. Such a cool Pokemon as well. Dragapult is my favorite dragon. I do love Dragapult. It is a very cool Pokemon. PSL Silver Sky John Mayer edition here. Wow, no way. That's the flex. PSRs are such nice guitars. Mine is Turtwig. Love that little turtle. Yeah, Turtwig's very cute. It is very cool. Torterra definitely deserves a little bit of love. I love Torterra. It's a very cool Pokemon. Never really gets seen much play in competitive play though. Today's supposed to be a short run for me, but I'm just laying in bed, so I don't want to do it. Mate, it's alright to, yeah, put off a day sometimes. Listen to your body. Your body's like wanting the rest. Maybe it's just the better thing to do, mate. I had all the intentions of going yesterday afternoon and it just never panned out, so I was like, and it got so late, and I even contemplated going at like 8:30, 9 o'clock last night, but I was like, no, that's far too late to go and do a run. So I was like, I'll just leave it. Just leave it. Piplup. Aaron, yeah. Wow. Guitar's been my main for the last 10 years. That's amazing, mate. If you could choose a Pokemon to get its own 7-star raid, who would you choose? Deoxys, I think. For stuff that's accessible in Scarlet and Violet, if I could choose anything, I think I would choose Marshadow, you know. The mighty Marshadow. That would be a very cool one. I really love Marshadow as a mythical. And I don't think we've had enough opportunities to get Marshadow. In-game, I think that would be a cool one to have. At this point, are we sure we haven't missed the shiny already? Yeah, pretty sure, Zach. Oop. Popplio, favorite starter. Very cool. I love Popplio. Final Evo is super strong as well from Arena. I have too many guitar, to be honest, but I really only play my Telecaster and my bass. Oh, wow. What other ones do you have, mate? Got this, Caleb. Listen to your body. But if you really want the run, you can do it. That's the best way to look at it, yeah. If you want to do it, get up, do it, mate. Because you know you'll feel great after you've finished it, even though it's I hate that. It just feels like it's such an effort just to get started. But once you're into it, get going. You'll feel good, mate. Piplup was my first and fave starter. Stole my sister's game and ended up hooked on Pokemon for good. That's a great story. I love that. Piplup, your first starter as well. Great starter Pokemon. If you could choose a non-evolved Pokemon for a partner Pokemon, which one would you take? I could choose anything. As a starter Pokemon. Larvitar. I think that's what I would pick. Larvitar or... It couldn't be legendary or mythical, could it? No, probably Larvitar. I think Houndoom would be cool as well. So you could have like a Houndoom. But I feel like for a starter Pokemon, you need like that 3 evolution line. Beldum would be pretty cool. I mean, in some weird world, there is a trainer out there that is in somewhere in the multiverse. There is a Pokemon game where you get Beldum as a starter Pokemon. Dreepy as well would be very cool. I love Marshadow, one of my favorite Pokemon. It's such a cool Pokemon. It's so good competitively as well. I'd like a Celebi 7-star. I don't have one on my games. That's a very cool shout. A Celebi raid would be so good, wouldn't it? It'd be great to see Celebi just absolutely thrown down in a 7-star raid, just giving people such a hard time. I love that Pokemon so much. 7-star Magearna, that's a nice shout. Yeah, that would be a cool one as well. If you only started. And Mega. If you could choose any Pokemon, Evo or pre-Evo, which would you choose? I think this heat has gone to my head. You keep saying I love my new jacket, so then I'm like, well, come on, I want to see it. I've just realized someone's name in chat. Yeah, that's super confusing, isn't it? Yeah, sorry. It does sound like I would be exactly the same. I'm like, where is this jacket that you're talking about? Do you think the new Legends will have a starter with a final Dragon type? It'd be great if they do. I think if they do something like, you know, we all talk about Meganium potentially being like part Grass Fairy. I think if they did that, there would be a reason to have like the Fantasy Call, which is like Dragon, Steel, and Fairy is the final 3. So you would have like one of the starters getting a fairy. Additional type is their final evo. You would have the dragon is another one, and then the third one would have like steel typing, and then you'd have that nice kind of balance between all three types, which could work. But I don't know. Yeah, could be what we see. Have Les Paul, Stratocaster, Mustang, Explorer, Ibanez, 7-string. Wow, 7-string Ibanez, Martin Acoustic, Cordoba, Coco Nylon string, Spania Telecaster type guitar, and another Cordoba pink nylon string guitar, and a precision bass. Mate, that is an absolutely stunning collection. Topping it off with a precision bass as well. I got myself a new acoustic, a Fender acoustic, about 6 months ago, which was really nice. But I don't have a huge collection of guitars, unfortunately. I love playing. Martin Acoustic is the best. I can't disagree with you, mate. Martin make absolutely phenomenal acoustic guitars. The Fender one that I got is really nice. On it, it's just electroacoustic though. I was looking at the Acoustasonics, but I decided against picking one of those up because I love a thin neck of a Fender guitar, like a Strat Telecaster neck. That's like my dream neck on any guitar. But the Acoustasonic was just, I think you really need an amp to get the most out of it, which kind of takes away the whole kind of necessity of having an acoustic guitar, really, because I like the idea of just not having to plug a guitar in and just kind of pick up and play, you know. My next target after the shiny Roma in hot gold. Beefy, please send the luck that Raikou NT shine soon. James, I also send you luck, mate. I hope they do shine very soon for you, mate. We should get a physical fairy move with 100% accuracy. Oh my gosh, I know. Play rough. I've said this a bunch of times. I think like I missed about 6 or 7 play roughs in Worlds in 2014 with my Mega Mobile. And there's some pivotal turns where if those play roughs hit, like in a game against Judy in top 8, if one of my play roughs hit into, I can't remember which Pokemon it was, but when my play rough hits, I take game 1, and then the outcome of the match might have been different, you know. But there's so many occasions in that run in Worlds where it's just like more while it was putting me off click into play rough a lot of times, because it's like, if I miss this, yeah, I think oh, who is it that's just done a video about play rough and its accuracy? It's weird because I've always said it, like, that I don't think it's 90%. I thought it was like, yeah, way less than 90%. I feel like that info is a lie. Play rough's just an absolutely terrible move. We definitely need, I mean, we do have Spirit Break, right? But there's just not really the accessibility for like lots of different Pokemon to learn it. Precipice Blades landed 3 times for me in VGC season. My opponents all apologized when I saw how bad it was for me. Oh, it's such a terrible move. And I feel like I've said this before, I think when you like coming into Scarlet and Violet, I feel like Origin Pulse and Precipice Blade should have been buffed to be 100% accurate. And then I think it would have made Groudon and Kyogre, it's hard for Kyogre because Kyogre is still viable, but it would have made Groudon a little bit more viable and players not be hesitant to use it, I think, especially in this Regulation G format. And I think it's only fair because you have Astral Barrage, Glacial Lance, they're all 100% in spread moves. So why shouldn't Precipice Blades and Origin Pulse as well? Yeah, there's not really that great. I mean, you got Brave Bird, but it's such a drawback using it with the recoil, isn't it? It's especially when you have like other types with like very good options for physical and special attack and moves for that type, and flying's, yeah, not got the best. Like even Hurricane as well, where it's reliant on the rain, if depending on the weather that's up, it has a bad time. Surgeon Strikes to be 30% accurate. That would be hilarious. Imagine if that's the way they go about nerfing that move. They just make it like, yeah, I reckon if they took it down to like 85% accuracy, would you use it? Probably not. Not so much. Okay, gotta get some sleep. Fingers crossed for the shiny. Alola, you're all. Pokemon Mike, take care, mate. Thank you so much for coming by the stream today. And I hope to catch up with you very soon, my friend. But enjoy the rest up. Ashley, just finished EV training my Hariyama and Metagross for my Battle Tower Ruby team. Have Latios and a Lantern to go. Good luck with EV in those final two, mate. To grind. Do you have Pokerus in your game to make it a little bit quicker? The power items. I hope you do, mate. EV grinding in the older games is so painful. Because you can't even use the vitamins. Because I think in the older gens, I can't remember when they changed it, but you could only use like 10 proteins, and then above that, any extra AVs that you needed after that initial 100, you'd have to do through battling and things. So please, that's changed now. Well, we are getting close to that 12,220 mark now. Polly, get another guess in if you would like, because unfortunately Deoxys is still being stubborn at 12,200, not showing up there. For Emerald, is Salamence with Scope Lens Focus Energy good? An Emerald? Potentially. Yeah, because once you've got that Focus Energy off, you just drop Dracos constantly, one after another, can't you? And not worry about the drops, because you're just critting every single time, which is very nice, very nice. Thank you. Con RNG for peanuts. Only 100 EVs with vitamins until Gen 9 though. I have bred a calm Lantern through Latios, was bashful. It could have been worse, mate. That isn't the worst nature, but yeah. RNG in those older games. Not the most straightforward. Polly, new guess is 12,530. Again, I hope that is the number. Are we gonna get past 13,000? That's nuts. At this point, I'm not even phased by like how many encounters we've had or resets we've done. It just feels like normal, right? David, good morning, my friend. How are you doing? Let's get that shiny space noodle today. I hope you're right, mate. I really do. I had a good feeling coming into the stream today. I thought maybe today would be it, you know? Considering last Thursday we got the Heracross, this Thursday we could get the Deoxys. It'd be nice if we see it shine. It would be super nice to see it just be yellow, just once. That's all we need. I have calm mind on Latios though. Oh, nice. That's nice, mate. Very strong. Latios with their Draco meter is so good. Oh man, my hair today is just so annoying. So annoying. Wouldn't it be great if it was the sprite, the overworld sprite there? I keep thinking it every time we do this reset. If the little sprite that moves down on the overworld was actually yellow when it came in, you could just reset then. Be like, it's not shiny. It's not shiny. Tell me one Pokemon in Scarlet and Violet I should shiny hunt next. Orthworm. It's a great shiny. It's not like the most straightforward, but not the hardest either. And it's such a nice blue. That's what I'm gonna go for. I don't know if it's a good choice or not. If you're thinking, I'm not doing that. But that would be my guess. Anyone else as well? Looking to rerun Sword and Shield to catch a shiny dungeon legendaries. Oh, nice, mate. Good luck with the run through. It's quite quick to get to, because you don't need to finish the story or anything. I think you just need to get to the station, don't you? It's like an hour and 40, I think, before you can get to the Crown Tundra again on a new save. And then you'll have access to all of those Pokemon. And it's weird as well because you can catch everything in the Dynamax Adventure raids. They will all obey you as well. So you can go to it early on in the game, catch stuff in there, and then use it to like run through the rest of the game. Make it pretty easy. Waiting for it to become night time in my game to go for Litwick. Nice, being able to change the time to force it to night. Miss, yeah, I know. It's a drag when you have to just sit it out and wait, isn't it? Clof's, yeah, Clof's another really nice shiny as well. Also in one of my first shiny hunts and used it in my first playthrough. Named it Trolley because it looked like a sour gummy worm. I love that. I know what you mean, mate, though. Trying to sober up with a food, ice, water before bed isn't working. You need like stodgy food. You need like toast. Like, yeah, toast with like butter on, just like plain stodgy foods, or sandwich, a nice sandwich, and like just pints of water. Rad Dad Online, how are you doing, mate? Good to see you. Hope you're having a great start to your day, mate. And thanks for hopping in and joining us as we continue the good old Deoxys hunt, our good old friend, our orange friend. Dom in with the scrambled eggs help. Never heard that. I feel like it's probably not a bad shout. I feel like pizza's a good one. There's an Alola and an Executor outbreak, so doing that while watching for it to become night. Is this in Scarlet and Violet, Polly? You know you can change the day to night cycle. It's about a 40-minute cycle between the day and the night. So if you save your game where you are, you will lose the outbreaks doing this though, so they will change. That's the problem. But you save your game, close out of it, go into your system settings, system settings, date and time, make sure the synchronized clock for your internet's off, and then just move your time forward like 40 minutes, and that should change day to night when you then open the game, load back into the game again, and then it should change to nighttime for you, or vice versa, you know. I thought we were talking about a different game. Sorry. Rework all the shinies that look similar to the normal sprites would be the dream. That would be great, wouldn't it, if they did that? Just finishing a workout on the elliptical now. Ready to take my church kids to the Children's Museum today. James, I hope you have a fantastic day, mate. I've still never been on an elliptical machine. Everyone always goes like, talks about how great they are. Love to give them a go. They've got the Litwick outbreak, so yeah, that's the problem, I guess, Polly, where it's like you don't want to go in and mess with that, because as soon as you do, it will just get rid of them. Yeah, if you need to in future though. But it's a really good way for the Porto Marinada auction house, because you don't technically need to skip a day. You just need to skip a day in terms of a day-night cycle in Pokemon to change the what's at the auction house. So you can do it that way, where if you're going for like the EV reducing berries, which I still find myself going there for to farm, you save in front of the auction house, check the items if they're not there, then you shut your game down, then you put the time forward like 40 minutes, open it back up, the items will have changed, and then you kind of just rinse and repeat that cycle, so you're not skipping loads of days into the future. Depends what's quicker for you as well, you know. It might be quicker just to do the day, but you don't necessarily need to. Yeah, agree. Rad Dad. Children's museums are a lot of fun, mate. I woke up 30 minutes late today. I had to rush, read and cut exercises from the gym session. I wouldn't be late to work. Oh, mate. Also bad. How was the journey, mate? I hope it wasn't like too rushed across there. The shiny feature paradox should have been patterned with actual shinies. I know. such a cop out from them as well. It was like, just make them all metal looking. Still no shiny Jumbo Pikachu Phantom. How many is that now, mate? I really hope you get some luck with those catches in the next few, mate. I'm kind of worried as well how long it's going to take to get this Raichu with the Jumbo mark. I'm really like, oh, how many more are we going to have to catch? And no, Caleb, we got another. So ends on the 25th of July. So it's like next Thursday when it ends. So next Thursday evening it ends. And then when that ends, the Dondozo and the Tatsugiri raid and outbreak start. So we've got way more time with the Pikachu Raichu outbreaks. I think it was about two weeks in total that it was running for continuously. Caught about 35 from one outbreak and cleared it. No Jumbo Alolan. I did get a Jumbo Kanto Raichu and Teensy Pichu so far. Very nice, David. Awesome, mate. I hope you get that snag that Alolan one very soon. It was a safe trek to work. Been here for a few minutes already. Ready to go home already. Like I gotta go. Sick day, mate. I hope the rest of the day goes nice and easy for you, mate. Ew Geeks, how are you doing, my friend? Great to see you as always, and hope we've got a shiny to share with you all at some point today. One of these resets has to be the lucky one. Still looking for Jumbo Pikachu. I need to farm Herba. Still need to do some shiny hunting too. Yeah, I'm running very low on Spicy Herba Mystica. That's one of the things that I might have to do tonight to get prepared for the stream tomorrow. Stephen, good morning to you, mate. I hope you are well, having a great day, and thanks for joining the stream. So glad I'm able to catch the stream today. I want to share that I got two special Raichu. One literally has a O mark, which I've never seen, and the other is Thunderstruck. No way, you got a Thunderstruck. That's crazy. That's crazy. That is probably the best mark that you can get on them. That is amazing. I don't know what the O mark is though. That doesn't even ring a bell. Congrats. Congrats. Like, that is a trophy Raichu right there. The Thunderstruck mark. That is very, very cool. That is just, yeah, wow. We were talking about the Thunderstruck mark yesterday in stream and how hard it is to get that one, because the thunderstorms, when they do appear in the outbreaks, just don't last for that long. So you've got to get very lucky. Yeah, Thunderstruck Raichu sounds amazing. I know, right, Polly? It's like, I feel like that's the one I want now. You didn't catch the shiny Chen Pao in this stream. No, that was yesterday's stream. Snow on Fire, yeah. So, yeah, it's done though. Rad Dad with the new emote. What do you think of it, mate? You fan of it? I think it turned out all right. Should be an already work day. I just hate being a mechanic nowadays. Oh, mate. You need to be like a full-time skit maker. I feel that's the calling, mate. The talent calling. I got the Rainy Mark Raichu. That's a nice one as well. That is still, I think both of those, the Stormy Mark, Thunderstruck, and the Rainy Mark, all very nice. Zero Energy Mark, I think. Oh wow, I never even knew that one existed. Ronan, how you doing, mate? Last Saturday I binged the 13 Ghosts of Scooby-Doo, and after it, the curse of the 13th ghost just angers me even more than I thought it did. I've never seen any of them. Scooby-Doo. Were they good though? Was the first one good though? That's the big thing. Oh, and Phantom, you have a Thunderstruck shiny Pikachu. You guys with all these like trophy mark shinies. That's amazing. AJ, thank you so much for the kind words, mate. I hope you're having a great Thursday. It's great to see you on the stream as well. I hope you enjoy it for however long you can stick around with us this morning, and I'm hoping we can get a shiny as well to see the end of this Deoxys hunt. It would be nice if we can. I've been at 100k CP encounters for 2 years now. Not giving up. 100k more encounters till 100k encounters. The Chin Pow is coming home, mate. Phantom, a rare mark shiny Pikachu. That's again another amazing one, isn't it? Red Rojo, how are we doing, mate? I hope you're well. Hoping to get the shiny today. I'm praying, mate. I'm praying that it is. Started a Pikachu, the second caught shiny, got the zoned out mark. Wow, that's a very nice one. Better crest, zoned out. What's the message when it comes up for the zoned out mark? That's a cool one though. When it's something like, to answer the question, Lee, I think the emote turned out great. The sprite is adorable, and that 100% K is clear as day. 10 out of 10. Thank you, mate. Approved. Rad Dad approved. That's great, and thank you, mate. It's weird. I sat down last night and I was like, oh, I need to do that emote. So I was like, I got on it and then spent like a good couple of hours just doing it. I was like, I think it's turned out all right. I love to make those videos full time. Unfortunately, those other guys moved away and those videos hardly got views. Oh man. When were they dropped? Like, how long ago? Maybe you could start a new channel and re-upload them. Repackage them. Trained in Taekwondo for about a decade. Wow, James. Degree in some other disciplines, but since COVID moving and my master's degree, I haven't been able to train. It's incredible. Taekwondo, very cool, mate. I did a Taekwondo class once and I pulled my hamstring straight away. I was playing a lot of football at the time and it really annoyed me. We were doing these like really high kicks and I did one and I 100% tore my hamstring. I was like, oh my God. And I could hardly walk afterwards. And I couldn't play for like, it must have been a good 4 or 5 weeks. So unfortunately, I never went back. I never went back to the class. What could have been. Have a fun Pokemon idea. Masuda and signature moves turn the target into rock type and paralyze it. Medusa. Ah, sorry. I read that as Masuda. I've got Masuda just locked in here. Medusa, the signature move, turns the target into a rock type. And that's a very cool. That is a very cool ability, or a move even. Yeah. Medusa. Yeah. We need like a region based in Greece, and then that to be one of the legendary Pokemon. See, mate, we've got like the shorts shelf now on YouTube where I feel like you could probably upload them to that and they would like pop off. Luke, son is doing Taekwondo tonight, mate. Hope he has a great time. Don't know what that was. It's all kicking and stuff, isn't it? Very technical Taekwondo. Did you see Rad Dad and his family training? Those martial arts are super legit. No, I didn't, mate. Right, Dad, what do you guys train in? Tell. I missed it. Like, Tash is a black belt in judo. She was like really good at judo. I did oh, what's it called? Shotokan karate when I was younger. But never got really high with it. The Medusa method. Yeah, the only method. Kenpo Wing Chun, the same martial art that IP man Bruce Lee. Wow, that's cool, man. So it's like really like That's very cool, mate. I love watching, like, there's like always like clips that pop up on my X where they'll be like, you know, where they do it to the paper and they've got like their hand there and there's like no movement and it's like absolutely insane, or like a block of wood or a brick with like the tiniest movement. I'm guessing that's what that is, that similar kind of, yeah, thing. I don't know, I might be sounding really dumb here, but very cool, mate. D21, which football team do I support? Newcastle United. The Toon Army, the greatest football team of all time. You will not be convinced otherwise. Did kickboxing for just over 10 years. Wow, that's a long time, mate. Reached black belt and then left as I moved almost 100 miles away from the club. Planning to start up again in my new area. Kickboxing is very cool as well, mate. I need to re-download Discord and join up. It's a 1-inch punch. Yeah, it's crazy the power that they can get into it. Radad's probably like, nah, that's not the same thing. 1-inch punch. Or it is the same thing. That's very cool though. Yeah. Bruce Lee's perfection. Abe, how are you doing today? I hope you're well. Thanks for opening and joining the stream with us. I hope you're having a great Thursday and hope that you can be here when this Deoxys finally decides to show up as a shiny, because it is not doing that right now. My first degree, black belt in Taekwondo, and then quit so I could focus on music. Started Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu 3 years ago. Yeah, mate, I wish I'd got into Jiu-Jitsu. I feel like that's such... the groundwork and stuff from that is just phenomenal, mate. I think, yeah, really good, like workout sport as well. I'm good, mate. I'm good. Yeah. Started a bit earlier the stream today. Wanted to get some resets because we haven't got as much time to stream today. So I thought, well, we'll try and get some time in to attempt to get the Deoxys if we can, but it's still been very stubborn. So now we have a pint party and a sparring party. So the sparring party beforehand, I will judge with the Squirtle Squad glasses on and then organize the pints for afterwards. That sounds like, yeah, we'll have a bit of a mixed martial art tournament. It'll be like the very first UFC tournament where it's just a mix of all sorts of different martial arts going on. And I'll be Herb Dean for the refereeing. So, and then we'll just get into the pints afterwards. Sounds perfect. What's the next shiny hunt? I've been kind of thinking about it because there's a part of me that wants to go for the Mewtwo in Leaf Green after we get the Deoxys, because that would be a cool hunt to do. But we do have the Soul Silver shiny only Nuzlocke that we have started, and I think we'll probably jump into that and play through that. Get to the Lugia. That might be the next one, because Lugia was one of the Pokemon that we want on our team before we finish that game. So I think that might be the one. Also support Liverpool. Nice, Liverpool. How do you guys feel about Arnie Slot coming in? Feeling good about it? It's going to be hard. Big shoes to fill. Klopp's. What Klopp's done there. It is, isn't it? I don't know any manager that would have come in, other than maybe Pep, that would have a hard job replacing Klopp, you know. So pints and punches, that's what the club's called. Yeah. Blocks and shots. Riley, good to see you, mate. How are you doing? I hope you're well, my friend. Yeah, Klopp shoes. I don't know if anyone could really genuinely fill them, because, like, it's, you know, Pep is definitely in that elite tier with Klopp, but like what Klopp's done slightly different to what Pep's done at Man City. Like, they're different jobs, but yeah. Klopp's just amazing though, isn't he? And I don't know if Arnie Slot's got a good style of football though, so it'd be interesting to see how he gets some of the Liverpool players playing, because he's always got a very like defined roles for his players, and they might not generally play that like position now, but he'll shift them into that role in the team. So it'll be interesting to see where he sets everyone up going into the new season for Liverpool. I can imagine it might take a little bit of getting used to with the team. They might not have the best start, or they may do, you know. I think you've got very good players, so see how it goes. But I just hope for Newcastle we don't have injuries like we did last season, and then we make some good signings over the next few weeks. It'd be nice to see some new bodies coming in. Come on, Deoxys. New era for Liverpool. Hope slot ball will get us up and running. Slot ball, I love it. 1-day contract on a free to sign Newcastle. A 3-year contract on 20k to sign for Sunderland. 1-day contract on a free to sign for Newcastle, or a 3-year contract on 20k a week for sign for Sunderland. Oh, I'd sign for Sunderland because that would pretty much set you up. 20k a week. Yeah, I'd play for Sunderland, and it means I like, as much as it would be cool playing for Newcastle for 1 day, it would be 1 day. I'd be able to actually say I was a professional footballer for 3 years. How cool would that be? I would definitely, like, as much as the rivalry's there, I would take it. Play for Sunderland, play in the Championship, 3 years, 20k a week. Jeez, that would be sick. Yeah, I would take it just for the fact that I could. And then if I did well, Newcastle might sign me for Newcastle. You never know. Yeah, that's what I would go for. 100%. James, we'll see you in a bit, mate. So glad we get the Tonali, but I know. It's like such a cliche thing to say, but he is like basically a new signing. We had him for like what, a month last year, so it's, yeah. Nah, Gordon's going nowhere, mate. Gordon is going nowhere. I'd sign for Sunderland as a keeper and just let everything in while getting paid. Although that's the way to do it, Dave, isn't it? Yeah, because you could just be like really bad on purpose, like score on goals, all sorts of shenanigans. Yeah. I'd probably do a celebration as well, like at the end of a game, like, because I wouldn't be scoring goals, but at the end of a game I would celebrate with the fans, go over to them, take my top off to give to a Sunderland fan. It's like a nice thing to do, and underneath I'd have a black and white Newcastle shirt on. Could you imagine how that would go down? The rivalry, you know, there's always going to be that banter rivalry. Like, I don't have like a huge hatred for Sunderland, but I do enjoy the banter, kind of ribbing them, because Newcastle are just the superior team, so it's easy for us to take snipes at Sunderland, you know. But there's a part of me that's like, I'd like to see them do well, like in the Premier League, so we could have that derby, you know, every year. It would be nice, because it was, I always remember growing up where there was like Sunderland, Middlesbrough and Newcastle in the Premier League, and they were like, it was always kind of like nice to have those games. So when Sunderland got relegated, and you know, I've never really returned to the top, it's been a big miss. And Middlesbrough just floundering in the Championship. I think they're getting very close. Maybe Carrick has a good season with them this one. Oh no, headbutt at the wall, mate. I hope she's all right. I'd wear a tourniquet under my shirt too, yeah. I feel like it would be the only right way to go about that scenario. Some people take it too far. It was a Newcastle last domestic trophy, mate. Championship, mate, a few years ago. You know, when we got promoted. And the Rafa, we got a trophy then. I'm not even going to ask Sunderland's because I know it's more recent than Newcastle's. It's all right. It's all right. Eddie's got us this year. This season. This season's when we'll win something. I just want us to get through the next couple of weeks and England announce the manager that's not Eddie Howe. I worry about Eddie just taking that job. And like I said earlier, I couldn't blame him for taking it either, because it's England. And he is very, very patriotic. And I just feel like, is it going to be one of those where there was a TalkSport thing with Roy Jennings, and he made a good point, and he was like, if Eddie's worried about his position at Newcastle, does he see himself being at Newcastle in like 4 years time? Is there a guarantee there? And there isn't really, because there's a lot of pressure on him to produce results at Newcastle. Whereas with England, if he takes that job, he's guaranteed to be there for the next 4 years. And if he ever does anything with England, he is going to be set up for the rest of his career, where he's young enough to finish at England and then come back into club football if he wants to, if he's still got that desire to do that sort of thing. So it's a hard one to kind of argue against as well. And he would have more time with his family. His family are quite young now, you know, so he would get that opportunity. It's just like I feel like he started something at Newcastle. He loves the day to day in coaching players, and I just feel like has he got too much on the line at Newcastle to be like, no, I'm almost at the point where we're going to really start making some waves now. I need to stick at this. And that's what I think. Yeah, hopefully that's the case and he stays with us. Kurt's finally relieved the banging outside his house over the shiny Heracross. Yeah, he's like, man, I'm pleased that kid's gone. And he's Quilava that keeps headbutting those trees. I think Carrick is a great manager, at least could be. Yeah, I do. I agree, yeah. It's also sad that Michael Carrick never came and played for Newcastle. Just a bad period, I guess, for Newcastle at the time under Ashley. Like, he wouldn't want to come and play for Newcastle under Mike Ashley, really, especially where he was at, you know. Eddie and Mad Dog. Have you seen that? We were talking about it yesterday, the Paddy Power advert of Mad Dog. It's so good. You need to go and check it out if you haven't seen it. I think Eddie loves club football though. He wants to be with the players daily. Yeah, he said that almost. I think like there was speculation, or he got asked about on one of his press conferences last year, and that was his kind of thingy, you know. He likes that day to day. But who wouldn't love to see Mr. Tyndall standing in front of England attire on the touchline? Yeah, with that base tan. Gonna say it would look good. So goofy how excited I am for the sticker to arrive in the mail. I hope it doesn't take too long, mate. I wonder because I ordered some last night. So I wonder if I'll get mine before you get yours. Hopefully you get yours earlier. But yeah. I hope it's decent when it arrives as well, mate. I've got to think of like where I'm going to stick it now. I'm going to stick it somewhere in the background so we can see it all the time. Whoever arrives wins. Gets a bonus sticker. If yours gets there first, I send you an extra sticker for the other guitar. Lumpy, how you doing, mate? I hope you are well. Great to see you. Hope you're having a nice start to your Thursday, mate. The jungle cat. The jungle cat. Down in Panama, mate. Been cat hunting in Panama. Came back with a shiny Chen Pao. Slap it in the bass, and I'll do the bass cover of All My Best Friends. Oh, Metalheads, mate! What a track! So good, less than Jake, mate. Can't beat it. Kate, Groundhog Day. We are back. How are you doing today? I hope you're having a great start to your Thursday. Shiny Deoxys still being stubborn as always, though, but we are continuing on. We're trying to see it shine. Maybe today is the day. Like I said at the start of the stream today, I felt confident that we were going to see it shine today. So I'm still hopeful that we do. 100%, mate. I'll stick to it. I'm a ska boy. Oh, mate, Less Than Jake is such a good band. My guess is being surpassed. No shiny still. So my next guess is 12,321. We're close to it, mate. Less Than Jake. What's your guys' favorite Less Than Jake album? I think mine is probably what's the orange cover one? It's the one with the orange cover. I'm trying to I'm gonna have to think of the name of it like now. There's like an orange, it's like, where is it? I'm trying to think of the album name and I cannot think of it. That's why it's called The Union. Favorite Less Than Jake album, More Than Jacobo. More Than Jacobo. Which one's that one? I don't know if I even recognize that one. Is that a recent one? Where's my Spotify? That's yeah, it's Anthem. Yeah, Anthem, that's the one. Yeah, Anthem, such a great album. What was the one before that as well with Less Than Jake, yeah. Science of Selling Yourself Short. What an absolute banger track that is. Gainesville, Rock City, that album's very cool as well. Gainesville, some banger tracks on that one. Man, Hello Rockview. That's the one with All My Best Friends and Metalheads on, isn't it? Yeah. Remember getting that one. Wasn't that like a double album at the time? What was the other one that came with that? Because it was like, trying to think. Hello Rockview, and then there was another one. Where is it? Losing Streak. That was the other one, Losing Streak, wasn't it? Yeah. Absolute bangers. I've only seen Less Than Jake once. Such a good like set though. Amazing. Science of Selling Yourself Short. Yeah, such an absolutely amazing band. Amazing band. Don't get enough credit for what they do. Makes me just want to listen to Less Than Jake now. All My Best Friends are Metalheads though. Such a great track. The start of it is just absolutely banger. I've just got that now, Rad Dad. Don't judge me. It's a Thursday. Nervous in the Alley, such a good intro. Yes, another one. Yeah, Roger's got that, like, such, like, his voice is so good, mate. So good. The pitch is just an absolute incredible. Yeah, it's like punk ska stuff, like punk pop ska. It's yeah, very unique kind of sound. I went to a Warped Tour in 2016 because of one of the guys we were meeting up with was late. We missed Less Than Jake. Still mad to this day. That is devastating, mate. My dream was always to go to the Warped Tour. I always wanted to go to the Warped Tour. It always looked like such a cool festival to be able to go. Like, the lineup was stacked, absolutely stacked. Every single Warped Tour. My first show was the Warped in 2012. I bet that I can just imagine, because Leeds Festival was kind of like the only similar thing that we had to like a Warped Tour, but it was like nowhere near as stacked a lineup as Warped Tour ever was. But it was I always used to think, like, see the Warped Tour lineups and just be like, absolutely insane every single year. And then you get like bands like Amber Pacific that, you know, like I'd never have a hope in heck of seeing over in the UK because they just never come to the UK. So those kind of bands played, and stuff like Midtown, all those bands that are like cool but not quite big enough to make the trip over to the UK, or places that I'd be able to go and see them. Don't Man video was brilliant. Yes, mate. Yeah, Auto was great. 4 Year Strong was definitely the best of the day. I love them. Wow, 4 Year Strong as well. Great band. Have a good feeling about today. I think it is the day after mine. I hope you're right. And Shadow Glimmer and Knifestitch, how are you doing? I hope you're both well and having great Thursdays. Hopefully today is the day with the Deoxys. I'm really praying it is. This endless loop of Deoxys. Pain that we're going through. Right? As long as we don't get to double odds. As long as we don't get to double odds. We're getting... We're on the road to it though now. We are on the road to it for sure. So remember Pink Heracross? Maybe she can bring us the luck today. Well, Kate, that's exactly what I said earlier. I was like, last Thursday we got the Pink Heracross. So I'm hoping Thursday's the lucky day where we can get the Deoxys. Brian, I played a festival 4 Year Strong before. What? That's crazy, mate. That's amazing. I don't even know what to say to that. That's like so cool. That is very, very cool. What's your plan for catching? Are you just going to master ball it? They've got some Pokeballs, so I will Pokeball it to start with. But yeah, we got the master ball. I think that's going to be what we'll end up relying on. No, I know that, mate, but it's still very cool, right? Like, I knew exactly what you meant, and I'm still like, that's epic. That is very epic. Steinthal, how are you doing, mate? With the new emote coming in, the 100k club, the shiny Chen Pao. Achieving the unachievable. Is that like the tagline that we're going to use? I want to make it as cheesy as possible. Hope you're well though, mate. And Mama Murphy, good to see you as well. I hope you're having a brilliant day. Good to see you all. What Pokemon do you have in the party? I think it's just the team that we ran through the game with, because we did a hardcore Nuzlocke of Leaf Green before we got the Deoxys. I'm not the most prepared for this battle, to be honest. I think if we look at the team, I think it's like literally the team that we used in our Nuzlocke team. It's pretty strong. We got Professor Oak, we got Crisp, we got Lumpy, and we got Nilo. So yeah, nothing really to help us catch the Deoxys with, but we're just gonna throw balls at it and hope. And then if they fail, then we got the Master Ball to throw down and lock it in and make sure that we secure it. Might like the band 37, pretty unknown, very underrated band. The bassist singer does YouTube full time. Give me the iPhone I'm using now. Wow, that's pretty cool. That's a cool story. How did he end up giving you an iPhone? Super nice though. 37. I've had some really good like music suggestions from you guys on here, so I will check them out. 37. Got it down. Thanks, mate, for the recommend. My Arceus, the emote looks good, so cute. Oh, thank you. I'm pleased you like it. I'm pleased you like it. Yeah, did it last night, and I was like, we'll get it ready for today's stream. Shoot, I haven't used the benevolent jungle cat yet, Lumpy. You need to get on it, mate. There we go. Hope you have a mountain of quick balls ready for Deoxys. Quick ball would have been a perfect one, wouldn't it, for this one? Yeah, would have been so good. Don't think quick ball was in these games though, was it? Shiny Chen Pao combating fake news since 2024. We became friends when I sent him a prayer request after a breakup. We talk weightlifting almost every day now. That's very cool, mate. I'll have to check out the YouTube channel as well. Is today the day we get the yellow alien noodle? I hope so, Mama Murphy. I really do. I thought I'm not going to wear yellow today because it didn't work yesterday. It doesn't want to come out when yellow is being worn, so I'm just hoping, praying. Just want to move on to other hunts now. 12,000. It's a good, it's a solid number of resets. Like I say, I feel like we've worked for this one, but we might still have a long way to go till we get it. I remember, Soggy, yeah, 118 Premier Balls before I caught your Deoxys. The nice thing was, though, was it you that was saying about the recoil when it ran out and it was struggling? It was like barely doing anything, which is way more reassuring, I think, when you go into this hunt where you think, okay, if it does get to that point and you want to catch it in a specific ball, it's frustrating that you had so many to throw. Like, that is just painful. It's nearly as painful as the hunt itself. But yours, was it 18,000 resets you took to get your Deoxys? Hardcore Nuzlocke races your hardcore shiny hunt. It kind of feels like that, doesn't it? Yeah. Yeah, it hit itself 7 times the struggle. 18,450. Mate. All I can do, hat off to you for that. That is just, yeah. Is that the longest hunt that you've ever had to do? Or have you had longer ones? At least though, you've got the Deoxys now. It's done, which is phenomenal for the living decks. Had it at 25% health. Astro the Hedgehog. I have a shiny Chansey. Where's that from? Don't tell me it's from the Safari Zone. That's like the trophy of trophy shinies. Just regular shiny Chanseys. Very nice though as well. Hope we don't hit that many. Yeah, me too. Sean, you're still having issues with that capture card thing. Have you contacted eBay about it then? If you trick leftovers onto it, I don't think it can kill itself with struggle in this gen. That's a really good way of doing it. Yeah, with this, I wish we'd like spent a little bit of time maybe getting a Smeagol set up or something with, you know, to give us a little bit of a chance to just weaken it and then maybe go for like a Premier Ball catch. It would have been very cool. I was just so eager to come to the hunt after we finished the Hardcore Nuzlocke to be like, just want to get on it. We've got the Master Ball now. We don't need to worry about anything else. But the more I think about it, it's probably one of those where I would have preferred to catch it in a Premier Ball over anything else. Darius, 1.5 odds. Yeah, mate. We've hit that magic number now. So I'm hoping we don't get to double odds, but it's looking like it might be that case with how stubborn it's been. Looks like from its available moves, it only has 60 PP, 10 psychic, 20 spikes, knockoff, and 10 snatch. With the amount of Pokeballs you have, you'll have to Master Ball it before it struggles. Yeah, I think we've only got about 6 or 7 Pokeballs. We don't have many. We did not come prepared. You have to give it leftovers and get it to -6 attack, -6 accuracy. Yeah. Yeah, because then you're in such a good position just to never even need to worry about it. Has pressure too, so can be a pain because it kept running out of spores. That is frustrating. Yeah, with the pressure, of course. I forget about that. There's still time to set up the Smeagol. There is. I feel like I'd rather do it off stream, I think, rather than doing it when I want to jam in these resets. My plan for the Registeel and the netball. I mean, if we're still going with it after today, over the weekend, I'll try and get something set up. I'll get some Premier Balls. I'll get a Pokemon that can at least trick on a leftovers. So we'll get something with trick. We might have something in the boxes that we can use. Probably do. And then with the accuracy and the lowering attack as well, there's got to be something that'll fit that bill pretty well. That 37 band was such a big deal to me that I got it tattooed on my shoulder. Wow, that's very cool, mate. That's a huge deal as well. Can I get any shiny tips for Alolan Raichu? The best tip I would say is just pick areas that aren't over water. and definitely aren't in areas that are shaded. Like, I think there's some areas where the outbreaks are better to hunt the Raichus. If you know, in the coastal biome where the Bulbasaurs kind of spawn and that on the top of the ridge areas, if you can get an outbreak up there for an Alolan Raichu, I've always found those to be really good spots because you can see everything very clearly and it's easy to move around there. You can do the picnic reset for them up there as well. So that's probably one tip I would say is probably kind of a little bit better. Could you leave and get more and then come back? Yeah, we can do that, Redbeard. Like I say, if we're still going after today, I'll try and do that for the next time we come back to it. It's a dreaming. And Benny Umbrian, how are you doing? I hope you're both well and having a great day. Great to see you in the chat as always. And should we test Lee's Pokemon knowledge? In which generation did Spore get introduced? It would have been... Spore would have been Gen 3, I think. Gen 3? I don't think it was in Gen 2. I think you still had Sleep Powder in Gen 2 because Lovely Kiss was still the more prominent thing in Gen 2. So yeah, it would have been Gen 3. The Shroomish, pretty sure. Gen 3 is my answer. Yeah. That Chinese coming. Oh, mate, how are you doing? Charlie Merriman, blessing us with your presence. How are you doing, mate? Sorry to see that you didn't have any luck on the hunts last night. I can't believe how many resets, how many encounters you've done. It's absolutely madness, mate. But I just have to take my hat off to you to say that you're carrying on with it, because I think a lot of other people would have just given up very quickly. But mate, whenever you get back to it, whenever the next one is, I hope that is the one that you can just put that one to bed and get something. I'm just hoping now, I keep thinking about it, I'm hoping that you don't have the scenario where after all of these resets you encounter something and it flees. I really, that'll be the worst. That'll be the worst thing. I really am praying that that is the case, mate. I really do. Michael, how are you doing? Good to see you, mate. I hope the Chen Pao hunts are going well, mate. Yeah, the shiny Chen Paos, if you're going for them yourself in Sword and Shield, remember, don't give up. Keep going. 100k club is where you belong. Those resets are long and strenuous, but that shiny Chen Pao will be the reward at the end of the rainbow. Yeah, we have got a new emote just to kind of play on that joke. So if you are a member, you can access that now. It is on the overlay right next to the Raichu as well. So I threw that together last night and hope you guys enjoy it. It seems to be going down well. Hope they bring back Lovely Kiss and don't nerf it. It was good in Gen 2. It's like Jinx. I remember having a Gen 2 singles team with Jinx as the lead Pokemon because he didn't have team preview back then. So Jinx was always my lead. My Gen 2 team. Lovely Kiss. Somewhere over the rainbow lives a shiny Chen Pao, and with it is sitting a yellow Deoxys drinking tea. Good luck today. I'm off to work. Hope to see a shiny Chen Pao when I get back. Kate, have a wonderful day at work. Thanks so much for dropping in while you can this morning. It's been great seeing you, and I'll hopefully catch you later on in the week. We've only got about 10 minutes left of the stream today. Unfortunately, I do have to shoot off earlier today because we've got a thing up at the school, so that's why I started earlier today to try and get a bit of time in to do roughly around the same sort of time that we have been doing this week, which is a lot shorter than we have normally been doing, which is not great. So we're not even going to get up to that 12,500 resets, but we still got time to get the shiny Deoxys. But it is a bit of a shorter stream today. Good point is though that tomorrow's stream should be a lot longer, so we've got a lot more time tomorrow to dive into Scarlet and Violet. And if we do everything in Scarlet and Violet that we did, maybe we jump over and finish up with some Deoxys resets, try and get to that 12,500 before the week's done. What joke? There's nothing funny about how legitimately you can get Chen Pao. That is very true, yeah. The mystery gift that was available in Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon is the only way to get Chen Pao outside of Scarlet and Violet, of course, as well. So yeah, I'm still going for phase 1 for my Diggy Black. I is still going to phase as well as my luck is dry at the moment. Mate, for the Tailor, you will get it soon. You will get it before we get the Deoxys. I'm sure of it. I'm sure of it. The Tailor, like I say, such a great shiny. Forget how good a shiny Tailor is as a Pokemon as well. And Redbeard, I'm calling 12,397. I don't know if we'll hit that today. Probably not. But it is definitely one that we can mark in and say, if you get it, you got it right. You get a prize. I've got a joke. You all ready? Here goes. Okay, here we go. Radad. Epic. All I can say. Best joke I've ever heard. I am actually laughing now. This is me like hilariously laughing. Because you've never seen me hilariously laugh before. This is just how I always hilariously laugh. That's the best joke I've ever heard in my life. What route are you hitting, Tailor? Yeah, that's a good question. We love having you here though, Rad Dad. Gotta stop trying to get Shiny Chenpao to yourself by saying it's a joke. People won't try for it if you keep that up. Tell the truth. Shiny Chenpao is very possible. No, but this is the problem, right? As much as I believe that statement, I feel like there is a Timmy out there that could possibly swing by the stream, see this and be like, oh my gosh. Just like Professor Oak told the story earlier, Timmy came in for that one moment where we were joking about it, and then Timmy left the stream and now is spending the whole summer sitting resetting in Scarlet and Violet, and I would feel terrible about that because Timmy could have been doing way more productive things than opening a ruinous door for the potential of a brown cat coming out instead of a white one with no result. Or is it just one of those things, if you believe hard enough that it will be shiny, it doesn't matter if it's shiny locked or not, because the power of the mind will overcome the shiny lock that Game Freak have imposed on these Pokemon. Gee, shiny is better than Chenpao's. Yeah, I wouldn't disagree with you, mate. Chenpao's the cooler Pokemon though. But the shiny prize definitely goes to Chi-Yu. Rad Dad evolved into Bad Dad. Press B, press B. Stop the evolution. I was really going to say it, the outcome of this Deoxys hunt, but I do want it to shine. You're a believer, mate. You're with me. We want this thing to pop up at some point today. What do you think of the Switcharo? Damage orbs, discharge electric, absorb pulsal minim. You think of the Switcharo? Damage orbs. Switcharo damage mobs. I don't know what that is, mate. If you trust me, that's not a summer wasted. Timmy will get that shiny. This is where Timmy appears and he's like, thanks, and posts something on X, like with the shiny Chenpao. I love that, Rich. So brutal. Just like, yeah, Timmy needs to learn the lessons. Jace, how you doing, mate? I hope you're well. Having a great Thursday. It's good to see you, my friend. Michael, we've all been, yeah, this is true. We've all been Timmy at some point in our lives. So it's a good life lesson, right? Miss the shiny Chenpao. I would never miss a shiny Chenpao. I'm laser focused. I'm laser, despite what's going on, it could be an apocalypse going outside, I would still spot the shiny Chenpao from 200 yards. It's impossible for me to miss. Shiny Chenpao and me, like spirits locked. Normal Chenpao, not so much, but shiny Chenpao, there. The benevolent Panamanian jungle cat should be named Timmy. When we get one, when we finally get one, we will name it Timmy. I really hope they release shiny forms of the treasure room. That blue flame on Chiyu's is a chef's kiss. It is very nice, yeah. It's all about the Chiyu and the Chen Pao. Ting Lu and Wo Shen. Get out, guys. I'll pay in the most epic high five if someone changes their name to Little Timmy and rejoins chat so we can force this Deoxys. One epic high five on the line. Who will win the prize? There we go, a big prize on the line. Shadowcase, how are we doing today? I hope you're well. Timmy is a hacker. Timmy is 100% a filthy hacker. Tweeting at every Timmy right now. Shiny Chen Pao is possible. Don't ever give up. Always believe. Belief will surpass reality. Tweeting every time at Timmy right now. It ran right behind me. No, I know. That's the one I caught though. So it's right behind me. I know. I saw it. Almost at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We are, aren't we? This is the one, right? If we ever get Deoxys on any number, it's gonna be on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It has to be. You gotta believe deep down in your soul. Is Shiny Chen Pao actually possible? Little Timmy. Of course it is. Who is that, and which one of you changed your name? You will never give up. Timmy, power to you. We all believe. We all believe. We all believe in you. We have a winner. We do. Little Timmy is our winner. Jokes aside, which is your favorite treasure of Rune? I like Chiyu. I like Chen Pao. If I'm being honest, like design wise, typing wise, Ice type's aura is very cool. So having it as a cool ice dark type Pokemon, I love dark types as well. So yeah, I think Chen Pao always for me. Everything about it just like screams like just is a very cool Pokemon. If I was that dog type gym leader, I think Chen Pao would have to be like, you know, my like Tito was my ace. I think Chen Pao would also be my ace if I could have a legendary as part of the gym. New guess is 22 2. We didn't get it on that nice magic number 1 2 3 4 5, which is very sad. Right, let's take it up to 12,350 and then I'm gonna have to wrap it up, friends, unfortunately, for today. It has been a shorter stream than usual, but it's been a brilliant one, and thank you so much to everyone that has come out to the stream today to make it so enjoyable. It's been a great stream, and thank you so much to all of the super chats that we've had. We've had Beefy Heafy, we've had super chats from Aaron as well, and thank you guys for all the likes and just joining the stream today. It's been awesome hanging out once again with no luck for the Deoxys, but it looks like we'll be back to this one next week, but I guess that's fine. That's just how it's gonna play out. Monday we'll probably come back to this, and then Tuesday we're gonna have to at some point jump into our Soul Silver Shiny on Nuzlocke, so we'll earmark that one for Tuesday now, hoping that we get the Deoxys on the Monday, but it might not be the case. But we'll be back tomorrow with Scarlet and Violet. We'll be jumping into those games to have a little bit of a different mix up to end the week off, because it was so fun last week. We'll do that one tomorrow, and we'll try and get ourselves that Jumbo Mark Raichu, and then move on to some of the other ones. Yeah, we are streaming tomorrow, mate. Yes, but it might not be the Deoxys. It wasn't going to be the Deoxys unless you guys want to see the Deoxys. I tell you what I'll do after the stream. I'll put a poll up on the channel for what you guys would prefer to see tomorrow. Scarlet and Violet, Jumbo Mark hunting for Raichu, or more Deoxys. Do we just go for more Deoxys? That's the thing. Is the shiny Heracross Fizz posted? It is not yet, mate. No, it's not. It's the VOD's up there, so you can go back and watch it, but no clip of the shiny has been done yet. So right, friends, this is gonna be the last one. And GameSpy, how are you doing, mate? I'm sorry you're coming in just as we are ending today. We can't do a longer stream today, unfortunately. Sam, where in the UK am I from? I'm originally from Northumberland, which is just past Newcastle. No shiny, but you know we have to do another 2. We can't leave it on just that. Just past Newcastle, but I live down in Somerset now. Somerset. So West Country, where I'm living now, like the opposite side of the country to where I actually grew up. Remember to leave a like. Thank you to everyone for all of the likes as well for such a short stream that we've had today. I really appreciate all the likes that we've had, and for just bringing the fun along with you as well. I hope you all have a fantastic rest of your day, friends, and this one is the last one of the day. Always have to end on that extra 2, but yeah, we'll be back tomorrow. Like I say, I'll put a poll up on the channel, so keep an eye out for that. Any input to that, what we do tomorrow, will be massively appreciated. I was earmarking Scarlet and Violet, but if you'd prefer to see us just continue the Deoxys, we will do that tomorrow. And we do have a longer stream tomorrow, so it might be a good idea if we do the Deoxys, just try and crack down on it, get it done, out the way, and then do maybe the Raichu stuff on Monday, but vice versa, either or. Have a great rest of your day, friends. Take care of yourselves. Enjoy whatever you're up to, whatever time of day it is when you're watching this. And thank you again for coming by. You're all very much appreciated for just coming and hanging out and being along on this journey. So I will hopefully see you all tomorrow. And until then, friends, take care. Bye-bye.